Oh man, me and my crew were in Hollywood and we shot this funky fresh video, man. Check it out.
I don't care if you've been in a coma for 9 years. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Brothers, coming to you live and direct from the Stack. It's episode 29, Sophie out Sam, with that dang shit on my left. Boy Blue.
Yo, I didn't know I wanted to see titties, so I saw titties.
Ain't that right? On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos and choking people out, Kronos.
I'm gonna go intro free again. Fuck it.
This motherfucker abstained. All right. On my immediate right, oldest ninja in the world returning once again.
She keep telling me to hit it raw so she can have my kid and say it was yours. How foul is she? And you wipe the shit. I put the rubber on tighter.
Oh, Jay. All right. And joining us remotely, back once again from the South, Stitch.
Everyone's got a plan till they get kicked in the motherfucking neck.
Oh, fuck.
Damn. Okay, hold on. We have a very special guest with us from Fan Bros, the one and only Chico Leo.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Hell,
Host.
damn. Thank you so much for coming through. If y'all don't know, Chico is on the East Coast. It's late as hell out there, but real Puerto Rican hours, right?
That's right.
Damn.
I'm fucking geeking out over here, dude. It's so awesome to have this guy on our podcast. I'm like, ugh, I listen to your podcast every day.
Yeah, Fan Bros is legit, man.
Yeah, they are.
So
I will say Fan Bros has some of the best podcasts, like episode names.
Yeah,
I was cracking up laughing looking at the episode names and shit like that. Those are good.
Yeah, I can't take credit for that. That all credit to that goes to Ty the Robot and DJ Ben Hameen. I believe they've named every episode so far because those are the guys who edit our show. And so all credit to them. But I agree, it's actually the best part of when the episode drops. That's the first time I see the titles. Also,
it's really hard coming up with.
Drop your panties because the world's ending is classic. That
is pretty
and good advice too.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Chico. Your geek credentials. How you started in terms of finding a fandom and things that you're into. A little bit about you.
So, I grew up in the 80s in New York, and I definitely, all the 80s, I was reading, mostly Marvel comics until really, I guess, I got into the DC stuff when all the Marvel guys basically fled Marvel to DC, and I guess I followed them. And I ended up, fortuitously, getting a job. I worked at DC Comics for
Nice.
for about 4 years in the 90s. It was not a great time in comics, but I basically got to work with like both talent and actual editors that had been, I had been reading their stuff growing up. So that was really crazy. And I've sort of bounced around. I did a bunch of, I worked for MTV. I shot some commercials for them, wrote a pilot for them.
Holy shit.
So I was in the like TV movie world for a little while. And, sorry, excuse me. I'm getting over a flu over here. But, basically, landed on Fan Bros, about 2.5 years ago. A dude that I've known most of my life, Chris Morrow, partnered up with Combat Jack, and they formed the Loudspeakers Network, and they wanted to do a geek show. So they called me and DJ Ben Hameen, who had been the DJ on the Combat Jack show. We started it, and shortly after that, Tatiana King joined us, the Grand Duchess of Tech. And we've been, holding it down for about 2.5 years now.
You know, we got much love and respect for you and everything that you're doing. But I will say this: Tatiana is fine as fuck. Holy shit!
Yes, she is.
Eggplants are her future. Damn.
So
yeah, no, I mean I don't even know if we knew that going in. Really, off of a lot of jokes that she made on Twitter, we wanted to add a female voice, and she had all these tech credentials, but she had actually some like just really funny shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
And so, it was, it was that. I mean, I definitely agree if, when we do video, Tatiana is definitely our best foot forward, but she's definitely, knows her shit, in terms of the geek stuff and the tech stuff especially.
No, we're not talking about Tatiana Lee, right? Like
No.
Will Smith.
Tatiana on the Fan Bros show. You got
Okay.
ADD.
I just want to make sure.
So this means that you're the most famous person we've ever had on our cast.
Oh, by far.
By far.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's saying much, but all right.
Hey, it says a lot to us.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'll wear that mantle until you have Tatiana Ali on.
Woo, man.
I might have to wife her.
Yeah.
We're having technical difficulties. We're going to keep rolling, but
Yeah, okay.
the video's dropped out.
So, Chico, can you tell me a little bit about? I know you guys touch on damn near every great geek show that's on television, like Arrow and Walking Dead and Flash and all of that. But I gotta ask, fam, what is your favorite thing on television right now in the geek world?
I mean, do we count something like Mr. Robot? Is that?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, Mr. Robot is the show of the year. I mean,
Yes.
it's what that first season of True Detective was. So for me, in 2015, that's definitely the show. I will say that I have been really impressed with a lot of the comic shows on, like literally just the comic book based shows on TV. I mean, it's clear for like the last decade that like, the dudes who did Lost and J.J. Abrams and all these people, they clearly read all the same comics, coming up, and they would sprinkle stuff in there. But, to see Gorilla City on Flash at the end of the last episode of Flash was such an insane, I couldn't have even conceived of that, even 10 years ago. Just all this, the Hawkwoman and Hawkman.
Oh,
and the thing is, most of it is done really well. I haven't liked what, the Firestorm stuff and the Atom stuff that they've been doing so much, but everything else I've been really impressed with. So, while, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to say Mr. Robot. I mean, just the comic book shows in general really deserve a shout out.
Yeah, they're doing it big this year. Like we have like the Flash, Supergirl, Gotham. We have
Flash
Agents
and
of
Arrow.
Shield, Flash and Arrow. Like there's so many shows out there right now.
We're about to get Agent Carter back. We're gonna have Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes.
There's rumors of the Titan show. So Teen Titans, I guess they're talking about Titans on not AMC, TNT, because TNT wants their own superhero show. Yeah. So this is great.
And don't forget like what they're doing on Netflix. I mean, the
Daredevil.
To the next
this
level,
weekend.
like,
No, tomorrow comes out.
Is it tomorrow? No,
Yeah,
it's the 20th, isn't it?
Tomorrow, right?
No, it's the
Jessica
20th.
Jones.
The
I thought it was
20th
this
is
weekend.
Jessica Jones. So that's this week.
Yeah.
So regardless,
I'm gonna fact check that right now.
go ahead.
it's interesting because they released Daredevil at 12:01 a.m. on Friday, but previously they had actually released things, like 12:01, I guess, a.m. Saturday, at midnight on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the Daredevil one was the first time they actually released a show. I actually took off that Friday from work because I wanted
You
to
caught in
watch
sick?
the whole thing before the special delivery, the Fanbro special delivery.
Yeah.
But before it used to be you just had to wait up Friday night and then, knock out 3 or 4 episodes and then get up the next day. But this one, it was actually, so I don't know if Jessica Jones is coming on at 12:01, Friday morning, right after midnight Thursday, or if it's,
The next day.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't wait.
But I'm definitely looking forward to that.
You know what I never...
mean,
go ahead.
No. I was gonna say they've really set the bar high. I mean, Arrow was dope, and then Daredevil just came and shat all over it.
It's so hard to top Daredevil. That's why I think there's so much anticipation for Jessica Jones, because not only are we going to see her, we're going to get introduced to Luke Cage like really early on. So it's going to be hotly anticipated. Well, I should say it already is, but I mean, I think
I believe Rosario Dawson is going to be in
yeah,
it
she
as
is
well.
back. And then apparently Daredevil himself has a cameo in early on, like one of the first 3 episodes. So, but we get a treat. We get all the episodes all at once.
Yeah.
So we get Bukkake on pretty early.
You get Bukkake not old.
Oh no! Don't.
Yeah, we already know what Prodigy likes.
Yeah,
Them lady boys.
Them lady boys.
I didn't see the penis and balls. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole reason you did that.
Okay. Anyway, we have a guest, y'all motherfuckers. Anyway, so here, Chico, what I'd also like to ask you. So I hear about your TV recommendations. I know you're watching the shows and whatnot, but from a comic book standpoint and all of the geekdom, but I don't hear your anime stuff or what you're watching in the animated world. So tell us about that. Are you liking that as well, or not so much?
So in the animated world, I think honestly, I mean it's pretty vanilla. But I watch Archer and I watch Rebels, Star Wars Rebels.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Finally, someone else that watches that.
K-Mac does too.
I'm sorry.
Does she? Yeah, not very many people watch Star Wars Rebels, except for me, because I love Ahsoka. I think she's a great character. So
Yeah, me too. And I got to actually at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con this year, I went to a Rebels panel, and it was Ahsoka and Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's playing the villain.
oh
this
yeah,
season.
yeah, she's Lady of the Sith, Night Sister type thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Seventh Sister.
Yes.
Or so, yeah, and
I've seen that.
so
one,
I got to actually from Ahsoka and Buffy.
Oh, man.
and that was actually among. Well, I had a lot of like personal geek moments, but
Right.
that was definitely a highlight. Now, I also was a big Ahsoka fan from Clone Wars, and just seeing, I'm actually a really big fan of Rebels, and I agree a lot of people aren't watching it. And I think it's a mistake. I mean, I think Clone Wars and Rebels are so much better than any of the prequel movies. including the third one.
That's so sad, but yeah, that's the truth right there. So much better in-depth character development, better stories.
They have more time for it though. With the
Yeah, but I mean, but
animation.
each show's only half an hour, so I mean, we get in those little half-hour tidbits, we get so much more, and it's just. It blows away the prequels so much. You ever see Sarah Michelle Gellar's
nude?
Taint?
No, her love for Star Wars. She does like an interview and she just pours it out how much she loves Star Wars and how it was a great opportunity to be in this. However, her husband is in the show, so I'm not too thrilled about
Frank something.
Yo, that might actually be.
Frank Jr.
Was that from Comic-Con? That actually might be the thing that I was at.
Oh, the interview? I don't know. I just saw it on.
At Comic-Con. She was talking about Freddie Prinze Jr. being in it, and her having to up her. That she doesn't need to up her geek credentials, but she felt like she needed to up her Star Wars credentials. But she definitely was talking about that at that New York Comic-Con joint that I was at. But
Yeah, you know who her husband is on the show, right?
no, who is he actually on the show?
He's Kanan.
Oh, I never realized
Yeah,
that.
Kanan
Wow.
is Freddie Prinze Jr. He's one of
really?
yeah,
Okay.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is Kanan.
That's the last
He's
Padawan,
like,
right?
what?
Yeah, in the comics he's the last Padawan on the show, and he has. I saw some of the comics. He has a different birth name. He changed his name because of Order 66.
You want to get in here, Kronos? You had a question?
Oh, I was just gonna say I missed like Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars back in the day. That was like my favorite of pretty much all Star Wars. Was that miniseries that he did? But I heard he's in Rebels too. Like he's doing part of it.
He's
Okay.
part of the
Yeah,
production
yeah.
crew. It's like a lot of the stuff they go to him about. I think he's producer or creative consultant, something like that. He's involved. So
I mean, apparently Rebels has a third of the budget of Clone Wars.
really,
And so there are people who are turned off because, our producer on Fambros, Kim Sonian, he actually works in animation, and I know he's a little he's turned off by the animation on Rebels.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, like one of you guys was saying, I mean, the whole it is Star Wars. I mean, you have the the TIE fighter sound effects of the TIE fighter scream when it goes by, in space, and the the blaster sounds and the music. And then the fact on Rebels that, Billy D. Williams played Lando Calrissian, James Earl Jones played Darth
Saw that
Vader.
episode.
Oh, nice.
yeah, pretty
it's
awesome.
it's you're watching real Star Wars stuff. And Anthony Daniels was on doing C-3PO on Clone Wars. So they're
even
really
Liam
is,
Neeson. Liam Neeson came back for a couple episodes himself.
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah, he came back. He was the ghost of Qui-Gon.
Right.
Also, what's his name? Everyone's favorite, one of their favorite EU characters is Starkiller, the Apprentice. He was on there.
from,
he doesn't.
games?
He doesn't play the Apprentice. He plays a different character, but he's still involved. He came in and did a voice. So, I mean, I think they're great.
I love that game. It was so much fun.
It is
Oh,
good.
so hold on. Since we have them on, comic books. You reading
Yeah.
Secret Wars?
me.
Yeah.
Chico.
No, I'm actually all right. So I'm not reading Secret Wars. I basically here's my dirty secret is basically I only read trade paperbacks at this point.
You're like fucking
I
Protestant.
can't,
You know what?
When you were-
I'm toasting to you right now.
I can't do the episodic thing anymore. And it's like you were talking about how we're going to get all the episodes of, the Netflix shows. I mean, I literally will, binge it, and I won't watch it all in one sitting, but Netflix has yet to release a show that I haven't finished by Sunday night.
Wow.
Oh, God,
So that's like
Struggle is real.
Yeah.
they're, that, what, actually, that might not be the case for that show. There was a show like in Florida that was, it was like Ben Mendelsohn was in it. Basically, it was 13 episodes, and the plot didn't start picking up till like episode 10.
Oh, shit.
So that one took me a while to watch. But other than that, I usually plow through them. And it's the same thing with the trade paperbacks, And I do feel like comics, less happens in an issue of a comic now than just, even in the 80s, let alone like, the 60s. Like if you read a Jack Kirby, Stan Lee Fantastic Four, like so much shit happens in there in one issue.
Yeah.
Whereas now, you're lucky if sort of, one thing happens that actually matters, down the line. But in a trade paperback, you get an actual story.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, that's my, so I'm not really like Ben on Fanbros is definitely the one who's up on, he's definitely still going and getting comics every Wednesday. And so I think it started when when I worked at DC, I just got into, that's about when they started, printing trade paperbacks of everything.
well, what do you like from trades, though? Like, what trades are you?
My question is,
Enjoy.
have you read Injustice League or Injustice Gods Among Us?
I haven't.
Oh man, you need to get on that.
So, I'm reading Saga,
Nice.
but like along with everyone else. The two dudes, Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker, pretty much anything that they do. They do like the noir crime stuff. And they actually had like a superhero noir thing that was really dope. Sleeper Agent.
Okay.
That was like 10, 15 years ago, but they kind of keep doing the same thing, but they put enough of a spin on it that I continue getting those, so every, year or so I pick up another, hardcover from them. I picked up some stuff at Comic-Con that I hadn't read, a Brian Bendis Spider-Woman that was really dope.
Yeah.
Can we touch on that a little
Sean
bit here?
Martinborough did a Luke Cage. It was actually called Luke Cage Noir, I think. And it was set in Harlem in the 30s. And I thought that was really dope. And I know Sean, but I've always been a fan of his artwork. He was actually drawing Detective Comics when I worked at DC. Way back when, so that'll date that. But
You saying you older? Than
Not older than me.
no, you are the oldest ninja.
But and in terms of anime, I'm again behind the times. I just started watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Nice. Good
But
shit.
a lot of it's just there's only how many hours in the day,
Yep.
and again with all these with all the superhero shows, and then not just superhero shows, the crime stuff. There's all kinds of stuff that kind of fits the the Fan Bros brand. Although even that's something that we we all disagree on and argue about, what, is this a Fambro show? Is Empire a Fambro show?
No.
Is Fargo? Right. I say no, and I would say Fargo's a Fambro show. But
it looks good.
Yeah, Fargo's really, really dope, actually. Of all the things that are currently on, like, actively, literally, like, right now, like, this week, airing, I think Fargo might be my favorite thing that's currently on TV.
So, are there anime titties in there, though?
No. There is Kirsten Dunst who showed her titties.
Definitely not. It's FX, no anime, no real titties. I mean, they're there. They're just under clothing.
Under clothing.
We're going to use that soundbite for something.
So we have a question from one of our fans out here. It's a question for you, Chico. Are you watching Lilyhammer on Netflix?
What is that?
I'm not. I watched like a couple of episodes from the first season, and I just felt like, the lead dude, from Silvio from The Sopranos. I just thought he was really bad.
Oh, shots fired!
Yeah, I mean, I felt like clearly it's a fish out of water story, and I liked the concept a lot, but I also had like issues with the tone. It seemed like it was all over the place. I know it is like the most popular show in the history of Norway. I do know that.
Right on.
But it could have gotten better, or. Again, that's another thing. Like, it's just there's only so much time. Like, you can't if you're not feeling something. I mean, I always give everything at least the full pilot.
Yeah.
And I think you can't judge a show on a pilot. I actually think The Sopranos has a terrible pilot. But
It's true.
Like The Wire, like the it's good, but it's you had no idea that this was like the show, like first episode. So,
Right.
I actually try and give things 2 or 3 episodes at least.
Yeah.
So I know I definitely gave Lilyhammer, and I gave it more than I think 2 or 3 episodes. But so yeah, sadly, or not, I'm not.
Right. I know for Supergirl, I kind of gave it a little bit of a try because the pilot was okay, but the last few episodes has been really catching my attention.
That's good, because that first episode, man, when they were like, "Oh, it's just a girl," I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Fucking stop it! It's 2015, goddammit!
Yeah.
Pull that fucking a girl could do it bullshit."
Hey, so
Especially, I gotta say, with the comic book shows where they're trying to give, because they're balancing something, because they want to give the fans, they want to give, give the fat guy from The Simpsons, the comic book show guy, comic book store guy, like they want to give him something, but they also want to give. They want to make it for people, who've never read a comic.
Yeah.
So
those stay-at-home moms, Queen of Spades out there.
Exactly.
Well,
my cousin or something like that, and the pilots, they usually, they're trying to dump all this info because the Supergirl one was a huge, just like information dump.
Yeah.
One interesting thing
But I'm
about
liking
your
Supergirl. I mean,
Right
it's
on.
not the Flash.
Nope.
But I'm liking it, and I mean, I'm old enough that I actually saw the Helen Slater, Supergirl.
Oh, see,
yeah, I remember that one.
keep dating yourself like that. But I've seen that too, though.
But
I was young. I was very young.
Right on.
I was gonna say I was listening to your
even as a kid,
podcast.
I was like, oh, this sucked.
I was gonna say I listened to your podcast. The Jimmy Olsen dipped in chocolate. Great fucking title, by the way. Where you guys
And
had,
I like that they've made Jimmy not, that their take on it is that he's not some nerdy sidekick or whatever.
It's cool,
So-
but they should have just made, in my opinion, they should have just made a new character. I mean, because we all know Jimmy Olsen, we know what he's all about, and this guy's not that. Like, by no stretch of the means, they could have just had somebody else that worked at
Daily Planet.
the Daily Planet. I'm going to fuck it up and say the wrong
Well,
one again.
I
Daily
like-
Planet and just have a different character.
I like how Jimmy Olsen is hooking up with Lois Lane's sister, who is fine as fuck on that show.
Yeah.
Well,
she is goddamn hot.
She
that
is,
good?
but
Yeah, she
that
does.
it makes me wonder if Lois Lane has either an adopted sister or Lois Lane is Latina, because her cousin's actually really, really caramel skinned.
Well, no, this is her sister.
No, her sister. That's her sister. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's like the same thing as the Danvers, where they're adopted sisters, or what's going on there. So we'll find. Oh, I didn't see yesterday's episode
It
or
could be
Monday's
like
episode.
San Andreas, where The Rock's daughter was obviously white.
Oh,
They didn't fucking resolve that shit at all. I was just like, can you just say a stepdaughter or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
anything?
She did kind of look like Carla Cugino, but damn,
hot
Carla's
as fuck,
still
but,
fine.
yeah.
God damn.
I got a quick question. So, dankest moment, in your opinion, Chico, behind the scenes with Fan Bros, like, what is something that was memorable that happened that, you've never talked about before?
Wow.
To put you on the spot.
That you can talk about.
Yeah, that you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a million. I mean, also, all right. So, I mean, not the most. I'm trying to. All right. So basically,
I was trying to edit shit in his mind right now.
Yeah,
personal history with Fan Bros. Like basically, like a month after we started recording, maybe even less than a month, like after we started, my mother had a stroke.
Oh, dude.
And then she was in the hospital for 5 weeks and then died. And I actually only, I didn't go to work. I only came out like just to do Fan Bros. And the 6 months after that, like I pretty much lost my mind. So it was while we were like forming the show and I was kind of going crazy. So there was a lot of tension in that time, like in the first 6 months, that wouldn't have been there if I had been, in a more, stable state. I mean, I didn't go crazy or anything like that, but I definitely was, like I wasn't sleeping and I had all kinds of anxiety issues and I didn't, so there was a lot of stuff like behind the scenes just related to forming the show and Ben and I getting to know each other, because we didn't know each other before we started recording the show together. We met a couple of times before we recorded the pilot episode. So there was a lot of I think disagreement about the direction of the show that was very exacerbated by probably my emotional state. And he didn't know me that well. And it happened right sort of so quickly after we met that he had no reason to be like, oh, this guy's actually, not crazy, like that kind of thing. So I would say, a lot of that stuff. And then, there's anytime you do anything with a group of people, if you're in if you're on a team or if you're in if you're in a band or if you're in anything like that, there's always going to be, behind the scenes disagreements and stuff like that. But there's definitely, people have come on the show and commented that, there's a lot of love in the room and stuff like that. And I think that's definitely the case now. So I can't point to specific, but like arguments on street corners where people just turns around and walks away. That kind of, that would never happen now, but that, that happened a couple of times in the beginning. So there was a rocky start. It was definitely due to, external circumstances that heightened any intra conflict that you're going to have in any kind of situation. And I think we still, we still argue about, like I said, is this a Fan Bros thing? Like, should we talk about this? Because we also, we talk about social justice stuff and pop culture stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's not, for all of us, it's not clear, how much, how much do we stray from, the geek culture stuff? Yeah. And, And so, it's always going to be a work in progress, but it's been much smoother sailing for, the last year and a half or two, for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting that you brought that up about, the SJW stuff and more serious issues other than geek stuff. Obviously, geek stuff is important to us all, but it's at the same time, we're not just geeks. There's important shit that goes on in this world that people should probably pay attention to and shit like that, and we got to bring it up at some point. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And when you're thinking about, I hate using the term, but your brand, obviously right. your fans are gonna kind of more or less direct what your brand's gonna be. So you kind of have to listen to your fan base to see what if you talk about something, you got to make sure they're not shitting on you for it, And if they're not shitting on you for it, then you can kind of try to push a little bit more. And I think that's what a lot of people have to learn. Starting out podcasts is actually kind of difficult. Most people probably don't realize that shit. I mean, especially for you, Chico, if you're basically with somebody you didn't know that well, it'd be even more difficult. Like all of us, we all knew each other pretty well already. But even then, it's still hard because you don't really know what to say in the very beginning. We're used to having a normal conversation, but now with mics in our faces and shit like that, you know what I mean? So the pauses that would normally not be there are kind of there sometimes, and you want to fill space and shit like that. But yeah, it's not as easy as people probably think when they're listening to this.
Yeah, no shit.
But it is fun as hell to do.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
Man, coming up with topics and, like, coming into the studios, busting out the mic, like, going back and listening to your podcast, you're like, damn, I fucking should have said this, should have said that. It's like, man, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, podcasting's great. I mean, I don't even really listen to, like music radio that much. A lot of times when I'm in my car, I'm just listening to other podcasts or my own, or this podcast and everything, trying to figure out like, oh, what am I going to talk about this week? Or, oh, I forgot to bring up this. And it sort of changed and opened up a lot of like mental views on things that I didn't really have by especially listening to other people's podcasts about things. You get a lot of different opinions and stuff.
Stop lying. You know you crash masturbating in the corner?
Oh, so good.
Called out. Another interesting thing.
I mean, that's another thing with the time thing. I mean, I definitely feel like all of us on Fanbros, but me especially. I mean, we could definitely all be listening to more podcasts, but again, it comes down to the time thing. If you're watching 10 20 hours of TV a week, and actually for me the Knicks season just starting, real wrench into everything.
So sorry about that.
No, the Knicks are fine. I mean, it's finally they've turned things around. Like last year
Are
was
they 12-0?
the bottom. No, I'm telling you, I'm serious. Watch.
Dude, they got that guy. I got him.
Kristaps Porzingis. Yep.
Yeah, he's on my basketball fantasy team. He's a beast.
Oh, yeah. He just got like 30 points last
Yeah.
night.
I'm loving it.
That's awesome.
He's going to run Carmelo out of town.
That's a good pick for your team.
You know what's cool? What's crazy is that I never knew what a podcast was until we started doing a podcast.
God damn, motherfucker.
Like, I've always heard about it, and, there's Joe Rogan Experience and this and that, but, like, I never actually sat down, downloaded the app, and actually listened to a podcast until, like,
really?
we started doing the podcast.
It makes you a better podcaster, I think.
Yeah, I think so, too, because, like, I'll listen to a lot of different podcasts and, like, pick up ideas of what they talk about, like, how I can improve myself, like, listen to the sound quality and stuff that they do. Like, I actually started doing research after we started our podcast, too.
Yeah, because when we first started, I was like, the sound quality is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So I had to, like, sit down and, like, really figure out how to, like, do compression on stuff. I was asking friends, how to figure out what to do with a mixing board.
Yeah.
Like, all that shit was foreign to me. I'm a geek, but I do, like, data storage shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about audio.
Well, yeah, we all do different geek type shit. So when you move into something different, we gotta like adjust and.
Motherfucker, you do gay porn. I don't know.
Whoa. Just because you're my only subscriber doesn't mean that.
All right.
Oh, what'd you say, Chico?
No, what were you saying?
I was saying the dope thing about the podcasting world is that it is like a wild, wild west. Like, it's definitely not like this established, like radio is an established thing. Like breaking into radio, I have no idea how to do that. I definitely have a sense from having worked in the industry how to break into comics, but it's still very much, and it was back then, an old boys club. It's who you know, and a lot of personal, a lot of, ultimately it was like when I was working there, it was guys in their 40s who had all met up like when they were teenagers and in their early 20s. So they had all known each other all their lives, and they were, all their adult lives. And so they were, of course, giving work to their friends. When you're a fan on the other side and you have no idea why, you're reading the Hulk or Daredevil or whatever, and then there's like this ass artist comes on and you have no idea why. And it's because, the editor knew this dude, has known this dude for 15 years, and that dude needed to pay his mortgage. And so they threw him 2 issues of whatever. Like, there's a lot of that personal stuff, but, it's hard to break into that. And, obviously movies and TV, like the gatekeepers, even if you wanted to write a book, the bar is so high to try and break in. Whereas with podcasting, it's like this new thing. There's not like these established, Disney and CBS and MTV and DC Comic,
Yet.
So I think that's one of the reasons why it's really dope, and people are discovering, discovering new ways to podcast. I'm actually shocked that even just the 2.5 years since we've been doing Fan Bros, that there's not more scripted podcasting. Like in Agent Carter, when Peggy Carter is listening to the Captain America, radio show. I don't know if any of you guys watch Agent Carter, but there's like a Captain America radio show going on there. Like, I'm genuinely shocked that there's not a lot more of that, and that's something that I've been thinking about. But I've been thinking about that for like 2 years, and I haven't necessarily. I keep saying, I have ideas, and I keep saying I'm going to pursue that. But I actually would have thought that would be bigger, because right now most podcasting is just 2 to 5 people, talking about stuff, which is, obviously what we do, is what you guys do. But I'm genuinely surprised. I mean, you got your Welcome to Night Vale, and there's things here and there, but it's still overwhelmingly, there was the Serial, which even it wasn't fictional, but there was a story.
This American Life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised there's not more of that, with podcasting.
Well, I think part of it is because there's already an established route that people are taking, because they're like, this is the easiest way for me to make money. And I think one of the things that people come out with at podcasts, well, maybe they realize, is that you don't make money from this right away. You have to you have to put in the footwork and really do things that normally a publicist and like some another company will have to do for you. You'd already have to have a platform to do that. But if you're a podcaster, it's kind of like fucking pirate radio. Yeah. I mean, you just get on the airwaves, host my listens, and gives your feedback. And you don't really need all those things. But I think you're right. I mean, I think if somebody really puts time in and does, something like really professional, that's why people like Dan Carlin from Hardcore History is doing really well. And he's asking for, $1 per podcast, but it's only by donation, right? But I mean, the guy has obviously already made his money, but he puts out a really professional podcast. And I think those are kind of like the things of the future of really telling stories through podcasts, along with, obviously, the pirate-style podcasting that we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Not a booty pirate, though.
Yeah, that booty is mine.
Well, I also feel like for people who, like, if you write $100 million movie, script, your chances are most likely that movie's not going to be made, but you might be able to get, do a comic book, based on that movie script, and then maybe generate interest down the line. I mean, there have been properties that have, gone that way. And I feel like now, like with this storytelling podcast, or, whatever you want to call it, like, fiction or serialized, fictional podcasts, you could also go that route. Like, instead of and it's even cheaper to do a podcast than to do a comic, unless you can write and letter and draw and color and all that other stuff.
Good shit.
I got one quick question, because I'm a really fan of this guy. When you were at DC, did you get a chance to work with David Goyer?
I did not, and I'm wondering when, do you know when he started working there?
I believe in the 90s, like mid to early 90s, and he'd been there for a while.
I was there. Yeah, no, I know. I never worked with him. I worked with John Byrne. I mean, that was a really big, sort of big, for geek thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I met a lot of people. The first DC comic I started reading was Vigilante.
Oh shit!
And Paul Kupperberg wrote that, and I ended up working with him. So there were a lot of I met Marv Wolfman, who was basically the DC writer for like the first half of the 80s.
Yeah.
And that was like my first week there.
Damn.
Careful that.
So, but no, I never worked with David Goyer. I mean, he wrote Batman and Green Lantern.
Yeah, he
Is
wrote.
That right?
Yeah, he's done Batman. He did some Green. He's done some Marvel stuff, but I can't. I know he wrote Marvel movies, but I can't see where he wrote Marvel comics. But yeah, he was on Batman for a while. He did some Green Lantern. He did, I think, some Superman as well, and a couple other comics as well. But he has a long list of both movies and comics. So he had been at DC for a minute.
You said you also worked at Marvel, right?
It's funny, I started at DC like 2 weeks after Axel Alonso started at DC. He actually was at DC before he became editor-in-chief of Marvel. Yep. And so I started like 2 weeks after him. And now he's editor-in-chief of Marvel. And I'm, I'm here, podcasting.
Yeah, well, you're Chico.
Let's see, two roads, diverging.
No, but you holding it down on that Fambro show, man.
Real.
It's more and more popular. Really quickly though, I know your time is super valuable. I wanted to ask you if you wanted to shout out anything that you're working on or anything you're really looking forward to, maybe for 2016 or the rest of 2015.
Wow. Well, we just did a crossover with several other podcasts. They called the Secret Convergence of Infinite Podcasts.
Yeah,
and that was something where there were, I think, 7 or 9 podcasts that we did a whole bunch of episodes with different cast members from each podcast, and there's a little story that goes along with it, like that's related to Secret Wars, where the Beyonder takes us to his battle world, and we're all sort of trapped in there trying to explain podcasting to him. But that was something that was really cool because again, it introduced me to a bunch of podcasts that I might not have otherwise known about. It was definitely very much a comic related thing. And even though I worked at DC and I definitely, I know my stuff, I'm really on Fambro's sort of more the TV guy. It's ironic because I worked in movies and I worked in comics and I'm actually, I rarely see stuff in the theaters. So I'm always behind on movies. And I wait for the trade paperbacks on the comics. So that's actually going on right now. I think like 6 or 7 of the episodes have dropped, and I'm on 2 or 3 of those. So that was dope. Again, I have a lot of ideas for doing basically a story. I don't know what else you'd call like a radio show or a story podcast that actually is like an episodic TV show, except
that would be
just
cool.
sonically,
like World of Worlds
or the Zola story.
What?
Is it like the Zola story? You can narrate the Zola story. Start with that.
Oh,
That'd be awesome, actually.
The
I would
stripper
listen.
in Florida, that story he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about the.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. See, that's the thing. That would have been an amazing.
Right?
Although I got to say, she
Good
used
fucking idea.
Twitter.
She used what?
That
Twitter?
was a perfect.
Yeah, she did use Twitter. Yeah,
whoever used Twitter. It was a perfect Twitter thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has that ever been established that there was anything even remotely true in there?
Yeah, there was. I think the Post chased him down and they posted an article about what was true and what wasn't.
The thing that was most important about that story, though, was Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Yeah, me and Old Ninja and Stitch got to do our Twitter story about how we were in witness protection last week and how Ronda Rousey, Ron Jeremy, The Rock, and I Justine had to come and save us. It was great.
What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Old Ninja, he's senile. Chico, he's senile. Don't even worry about
You can
it.
just do his Geritol.
Someone spiked his insure.
Yeah,
Oh!
exactly.
I'm feeling it right now.
Viagra.
No, I feel you because I'm the old dirty man on the dirty old man on Vampros.
Nice
So,
to you.
good.
Oh, actually, Chico, for you, I picked up a trade. I picked up the Star Wars Shattered Empire trade today.
Oh, check him out today?
Yeah, it came out today. So the comic shop I go to, they were missing a couple episodes, and dude was like, "Hey, the trade comes out Wednesday." I'm all coming back Wednesday. Picked it up right now.
Good shit.
So have you read it? How is
No,
it?
I literally picked it up right before I came to the cast, so I'm gonna try to read it
I
this
haven't
week.
read them. I have the actual comics.
Yeah,
Trades.
they were missing some, or else I would have bought them. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just get the trade." Fuck it.
Good shit. All right. Well, I appreciate you being on, man. Thank you so much, dude. You're a huge star for us.
Yeah.
Told you, famous.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing. we didn't really know, a lot. You just got to keep reaching out to people.
Yeah.
Because we've had some really great guests on the show. I guess some of them, Ben knew, and some of them I knew just from previous, lives. But you just got to keep, reach out to people. And I would imagine that won't be you'll have someone on who will eclipse me at some point soon.
Well, next week it's Neil deGrasse Tyson. So
Yeah,
it's all
exactly. I kept trying to reach out to Tatiana, and she put that restraining order on me, though. If you can work on that with Tatiana.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. She's fine as fuck, though.
This guy.
Eggplants, though. I'm a dial back my thirst, though, because she ain't on the air.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough. Please, if you haven't gone and listened, check out Fan Bros. Fanbros.com, right? Or at Fan Bros on Twitter, or at the Chico Leo.
Wait,
at Fan Bros Show, and you can listen on iTunes or SoundCloud or Stitcher, or probably any other number of sites that I don't even know about at this point.
You guys are on Player FM right now, because I put you guys on there.
Right. Yeah, no, almost every couple of days someone hits us on Twitter and is like, oh, yo, look, here, Fan Bros, this is where I heard Fan Bros, which is good. I mean, because, there's no real way to disseminate, get your stuff out there.
Yeah, man.
Word of mouth.
Right on.
And actually, for us, just a quick shout out to the Loudspeakers Network. We're on the Loudspeakers Network. Although we kind of have moved a little bit away from that and are kind of doing our own thing, but we're still, we still associated very much with the Loudspeakers Network, and they've got a bunch of crazy shows that are also worth checking out. But if you're only gonna check out one, definitely check out Fan Bros.
Nice.
Right on.
Raise it up. All right. Thank you again.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me.
Appreciate it.
We'd love to have you back again.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, take care, guys.
All right. Man.
See you later.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Thanks again.
Wow.
That was epic.
It was pretty
That was pretty awesome.
Damn, we had a celebrity on the show.
Hell yeah.
Damn, we moving
Give
on up.
Prodigy some props on making those connections and
Yeah.
everything. Great guess. Good job.
Relegate Stitch back into his corner. Hold on.
Yeah.
At least having
Say what?
I gotta
right
put you, I
time
gotta
zone
put you
and
back
shit.
in your corner.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion in the
Every now and again when I'm sliding into DMs, I
guess
I
so.
try to promote the cast.
Just
Other than that, it's just my dick pics.
Yeah, so I was about to say you need to chill on the dick pics. I'm just saying.
You just
Do we have more beer in
spraying
here?
and praying.
Yeah, but he shoots blanks though.
No, it's not. It's real nut.
No, it's not.
seed.
It's better than dust like you do, old ninja.
Oh, God damn.
He has a sign that says bang.
Yeah.
No, you are you gonna
Yeah,
get
you're
more?
gonna get some.
So
beer.
we're
All right.
transitioning, I
Yeah, we
guess.
transitioned like a motherfucker. But first, we give him props. That was an awesome interview.
Yeah, it was. That was. Oh, he's such. I can't. He watches Star Wars Rebels. I love
Yeah,
that show.
man.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
It's cool to talk to somebody who I listen to literally in my earbuds every fucking week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kinda weird.
That was kind of fucking weird. To be
Yeah,
honest,
man.
like listening to talk to somebody that you listen to all the time. That's fucking epic, dude.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, he was so great. He was
Yeah,
such
he
great.
was.
Not to say that our other guests weren't, but I mean, it was just great to have him on as well. And I hope we get like at least one of our other guests to come back.
I still want Miss Nikita Quinn to come on there. I'm
Oh.
wearing this shirt right now. If you listen, Miss Nikita
shit, he is.
Quinn.
Yeah, he really is.
you go.
Actually, I mean, super shout out to her because she's like been there since we kind of started.
From day
it was like
one.
her, Mile High, and who else we missing?
We got Stuart from Scotland. Don't forget about Mofo.
Yeah, but
man.
Stuart's recent. I mean, when we first were on the air, she was there, Mile High was there, and I think there Valerie was there.
Yeah.
So I mean, shout out to them. Shout out to our fans that are still with us. We just plan on getting bigger and better. So
And Danker.
yeah, oh yeah, and Danker, eggplants are her future.
All right, so we've had the great interview. Are we going to just dive on in, Mofo?
No, we want to build up to the main event
You
real
always
quick.
got that foreplay.
Yeah.
Let's ram it in.
Let's
get in there.
Yeah,
No Vaseline.
At least hit two more, and then we get the
All
main
right, which
event.
two then, old ninja? What
Let's
you
do.
got?
Why don't we do the real shit, the Paris attacks, and
We
what's
talked
going
about
on?
that a little bit on Friday, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, me and Stitch weren't here, so shit.
Well, speak on it.
Tough luck, nigga.
Oh! God damn! Holy shit! I'm about to put a jihad on you. Stitch, did you want to have any words to say?
I mean, obviously, what was said. I think it was Saturday or Friday. You guys had talked about it. I remember I was getting ready for my Friendsgiving, and I got a couple messages saying like, holy shit, you see what's going on in Paris and stuff. And once they told, I was getting these messages saying, oh, it's 100 something, 100. I don't know what the toll is, but it's like 130, 150 or whatever was the last I had heard. You just get those chills and everything. You just like how, and then when you find out like more and more details about like how they were going to go into like the soccer game for like I think it was like France versus Germany and try to blow up the fucking stadium. It really is scary to like think of people that actually are willfully and plotting on doing shit like that, and then for them to actually go through with it. And I mean, it's sort of, I guess, their 9/11 type incident where they had a massive tragedy. But I mean, France is everyone's showing lots of love and support for France and everything, which I think is great. And it's sad that a tragedy like that brings out our compassion towards other people like that.
Well, I also wanted to bring up, let's not forget there was other tragedies around the world, like what happened in Kenya with all the young children being killed with roughly the same amount. Also, the tsunami that hit Japan, a lot of people lost their lives with that as well. It was just a really bad, just global...
Beirut as well.
Oh, yeah, it's Beirut as well. I forgot about that. I mean, it was just a really bad, like, global fuckery that went down. Yeah. And it's just kind of sad because a lot of it was kind of perpetuated by us. Only one of these was... Mother Nature.
Wait, how do you cause a tsunami?
I just said only one. God, this motherfucker.
All right. No, we don't want to make light, but yes.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, it's just a really sad thing. It's kind of weird because there's actually a movie with Ewan McGregor and Michelle Williams about a terrorist blowing up a soccer event.
Really?
Yeah, and
what was that called?
I don't remember what it's called. I can look it up.
Batman, Dark Knight.
Yeah, it was kind of like that too.
Okay. Yeah, it was the same movie.
Yeah,
he didn't blow up a stadium.
No, they didn't blow. Yeah, but in the movie, it was the two of them. They were cheating on each other, and their significant others were at the game.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
And it was weird because they were fucking during the game, and then they see like on live TV it blow up. So.
Well, an interesting thing is that the episode of Supergirl that just aired this Monday.
Oh, they had to switch it. Yeah,
they had to switch it because I guess the episode they were going to play, Supergirl's flying around the city trying to collect bombs and stuff like that. So they switched it to their Thanksgiving episode, which was supposed to be next week.
Yeah, that was Monday.
So this is like another example of a TV show being pushed back. Like in Mr. Robot, they did that.
Yeah,
they had the whole bombing thing they were going to do.
That was actually pretty dank too.
Part of that. Now that you brought that up with the refugee thing, because this shit is really fucking pissing me off.
Let's do it.
So apparently. There's 4 million Syrian refugees. Actually, there's more refugees in general coming from the Middle East because of ISIS and other kinds of terrorists that are fleeing the area because they're getting, murdered, mutilated, raped by terrorists. All right, so there's been a huge influx into Europe with refugees, and the U.S. has allocated it's either 10,000 or 100,000 refugees that come to America for safe refuge, and now they're talking about. I've seen all this fucking fear-mongering on Facebook and the news and shit like that. People talking about we need to close our borders to these refugees, not help them at all, anything like that. And it's fucking bullshit. Look, this is coming from somebody that served in the military. I spent time in Iraq. I spent time in, in shitty places where nobody else has really been to if you're like in the normal civilian populace. And I've seen shitty things happen. Look, if you want to sit there and have one terrorist or any kind of terrorist event put the fear in you to fucking say no to innocent people, to fucking children and women and the elderly, then they fucking won, and you're a fucking coward. Honestly. I mean, people came to America. What if the natives here said, no, fuck you guys, we're not going to take you, and then fucking blew up our boats and shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be pretty fucked up, right? But that's pretty much what we're doing now. People need help. Let's fucking help them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's possible security problems, so you vet them. You know what I mean? You put them in a refugee camp, you vet them, and then you let them go and have them fucking pay goddamn taxes like Americans do. This is a melting pot. I don't know why you let fear, translate into your life and shut down your shit. It's fucking bullshit. And for people not to realize they're fucking cowards for doing it, they're fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of hearing that shit.
So I believe it was Hillary Clinton that said that accepting refugees is part of our history.
Like, it is. It's on the fucking Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, well, not only that.
Our Statue of Liberty reads, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning breathe free. retching,
This motherfucker.
the wretched refused of your teeming shore send these, the homeless tempest lost to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
This is
Like,
this is the
it's
American
on
way.
our fucking
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty that we
Yeah.
got from fucking
France.
France.
Thank you. So,
So-
like,
It's one of the reasons. Go ahead.
no. I mean, it's really, really aggravating for me. I've unfriended some people and shit like that. Just
Damn.
I've considered it.
I'm just it's sickening. And like the thing I love most about being American is I love our diversity. Like I love going to diverse areas, diverse places. That's why I love California so much. Like I like being able to walk down the street in San Francisco and hear all kinds of languages and shit like that. That's just it's fascinating to me. Like it makes me want to learn more about their culture and shit like that. And like Kronos was saying, our history is based on accepting people in and bringing in Japanese people. We helped Jewish people escape during World War II, and all of a sudden now we're going to be like, nah, you get the fuck out. Like no, like we don't do that shit. That's not the American way. That's it's just asinine for all of a sudden for people to be like, no, we can't let people in when that's how we became who the fuck we are.
It's these new neo-type Americans that forgot what the fuck it means to be American. Yeah. Look, people that come over here from other countries, when they get here, we uplift them. But while we do that, they uplift us. We all make each other better. And the fact that fear has made you forget that is sad. And you should feel bad for yourself. You should feel fucking shame for that.
Can I quickly say? Oh. I was just.
Oh no!
Really
I'm seeing people like put all these like stupid ass like fucking memes and shit about like how if you let one terrorist in out of several thousand, it's not worth it and blah blah blah. Like just sit down and shut the fuck up.
Meanwhile, how many white people fucking shot up malls and fucking movie theaters and shit? Nobody said a fucking thing.
Schools. Fucking, it wasn't a fucking Syrian that blew up the fucking building in Oklahoma City and shit. Yeah. It wasn't when abortion clinics and shit were getting bombed and stuff all throughout the country, and when we got a teenage boy shooting up a fucking church or whatever, like those weren't people that were coming over from Syria and shit like that. Like no, that boy in South Carolina didn't represent all fucking Christians or whatever. So why all of a sudden are we trying to label everybody? Like Westboro Church is a accurate representation of a Christianity.
Really quickly, I'll say this: it's almost Christmas time.
Yeah.
And what's so
whole bunch of Christians.
So ironic to me is the whole Christmas story is about a Middle Eastern family seeking refuge from persecution. And there's going to be plays about that in almost every city in America, or nativity scenes and all of that. And ironically, at the same time, you have entire states with governors who are publicly elected saying, fuck these Middle Easterners trying to come over here as refugees.
And they don't have the power.
And they want to sit there and say that we need to look at all these mosques and do like deep investigations on these mosques. And while they had all these other, Christian folks that shot up places, they don't fucking say anything like that.
Yeah.
Anything like that. And it's the reason why people wonder, it's the reason why we still have racism in America is because of stupid shit like this.
Yeah. Well, the other real quick thing is, there's some stupid ass people here in this country that actually don't even know the difference between a Muslim and someone who's Sikh.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Like they'll literally see a turban and be confused, or have somebody from India who's or someone from Asia who's Buddhist or whatever, and not even.
Not that it matters anyway.
None of it fucking matters. But you don't even have your facts straight. You can't find Syria on a map.
You can't even get your racism right. Yeah. That's how fucking stupid you are.
Well, that's the thing. Racism is stupid. Yeah. So, and that's stupidity. Perpetuate stupidity, I guess.
You ain't talking with your racist ass.
The
shit you say offline, god damn.
Yeah. Hey, what happens offline, stay offline.
No.
Well, except for your lady boys.
Now when it's good, because that shit's got to go up.
Yeah, if it's good, it gets posted. But whatever.
Yeah, look, if you don't agree, you can hit us up on Twitter or comment or whatever. But truly, go fuck yourself.
If you disagree,
we're open for like an intellectual debate. Like we're not going to be like, oh, you disagree with us. Fuck you. Like if you can represent yourself in an intelligent way, we will gladly go back and forth with you. Not to say like back and forth like like throwing fucking fire, but I will hear your opinions, and I will if they're logical and they're not just like dog whistling racism or whatever, then I respect that. But come correct with it. Be accurate and know your facts.
And send news.
Hold on, real quick. You mentioned a term. You mentioned a term that most people don't. Old Ninja in the background said dog whistling, but then we talked about this before. What dog whistling racism is? It's like when somebody says you sound articulate talking to a black guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's shit like that. It's words that they know that are. I hate using this word, but they're basically like they're kind of like trigger words that they know you know what the fuck they mean.
Yeah.
But the rest of the audience don't really know what the fuck they mean. You know what I mean? But they know.
So like,
I know what you mean.
Passive aggressive
Eric,
racism.
He speaks so well.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Shit like that. Like
Or-
you didn't speak well.
Yeah, my cousin, she hates the fact that people tell her that she's pretty for a black girl.
Oh!
Yeah,
She
shit
can't
like that.
stand that, and
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And
Damn.
she's like, she gets it a lot because she is pretty. But when she says when people say you're pretty for a black girl, she steams so hard. She's
that's
like
fucked
ready
up.
to slap the shit out of people.
I hate when people say like, "You sound like a white guy" or something like that.
Oh
You
yeah,
sound white. It's like,
How is that sound?
yeah. I'm like, well, what does a black person sound
Yeah.
like? And then they don't have an answer,
am I supposed to like?
or
say,
they don't
explain
want to
yourself.
answer.
I like to whip out my dick when they say that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh, you sound like a white person. You're really not black. I'm like, did you talk to your mama yet? Because I was over there. You know she has a Queen of Spades tattoo.
Oh, Chubuku. No woman, soul brother.
on her-
Oh, sorry. And on the same subject, people are all like, "Oh, yeah, let's go get him now." What the fuck happened to you guys 14 years ago?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
How'd
seriously.
that work out?
Yeah.
I like what God, what's in that group with the mask? Anonymous is doing.
Oh,
they
they're
took
outing
down
him.
like 5,000 Twitter accounts or something like that for ISIS. These guys living up to their names.
Yeah.
But I want them to change the name to F Society. They need to be fucking called F Society. No doubt.
So Kevin from Comic News wanted us to talk about Mizzou.
I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to.
University of Missouri.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the hunger strike and the stepping down of the president and all that
There's
stuff.
a hunger strike.
Yeah, one of the African American students was on a hunger strike until the president stepped down.
I don't even know what happened.
Well, the bigger thing that happened was the football team. That's
Yeah,
the football
that's
team.
how it
Wait,
started.
Well, what the fuck started?
All right,
Yeah, what happened? I don't even know.
I don't know all the
story.
details.
Some incidents, some racial incidents that occurred on the campus of Missouri. I know one of them that was like there was like a swastika drawn in like feces somewhere.
Oh yeah. It was in the
And,
locker bathroom.
I
or
guess there were
dorm.
just like a bunch of incidents going on that were just like sort of racist and everything. And from I guess the African American community at that school, and I'm sure other people were pretty pissed off as well. They were tired of the president not standing up and
Doing
addressing these issues that were legit. So the football team, which I think is a great fucking move by them, because football runs a lot of these big universities, especially like money wise. They were like, we're not going to practice. Like we're like until this guy's gone. Like your $80,000 stadium. You can go get some kids to play fucking frisbee golf in that shit because we're not playing football in it or whatever. And I mean, Missouri is obviously it's a state school. It's in the SEC, which is a big football conference, and it was like national, like instantly. It was all over ESPN, CNN, Fox Sports. The coach, I think his last name's Finkel. He publicly stood behind the players and was like, "I got their backs on this." And they all took a photo together, like black students, white students. And athletes on the football team were like, "We're here. I'm down with what they're doing. We're not going out to practice. We're not playing." They were supposed to play like BYU, I think, this week or yes, this week, and they ended up making the move and firing the president. The president resigned and everything, and it shows the power that they were able to unite and just get some shit done that they felt was going on wrong on campus.
That's what I was talking about, and that's actually something I forgot to fucking mention. But yeah, I mean, if you see something that's wrong, you take action.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of shit that America has done in general that's been fucked up, and one of the most recent ones so there's obviously the shit when we basically committed genocide against Native Americans. That shit was fucked up. Slavery with fucking African Americans, that was fucked up. All kinds of shit that happened when most immigrants came to America was pretty fucked up.
Japanese internment camps.
That's what I was going to bring up. The Japanese internment camps is one of the most recent ones, and no, I did a fucking thing. Could you imagine that nowadays if they just rounded up every single fucking Native American or Middle Eastern person and just fucking threw him in an internment camp.
Well, don't forget though, these were American citizens.
Yeah, American citizens, and nobody did a fucking thing.
So famously, George Takei was in one of those camps here in the Bay Area. Yeah. And actually, a couple years ago, he revisited the spot where him and his family were held.
Amazing.
And that's basically where we're heading with all this fucking refugee nonsense.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I mean, Steve Jobs, I guess, dad or something like that was a Syrian immigrant or something I had seen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like while you're posting all these fucking hateful memes on your fucking iPhone or whatever, like fucking educate yourself.
But I'm glad Missouri stood up for something that's right and people put a stop to it.
And they're still catching hate. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, well, why'd they have to do? Well, look,
someone has to.
Someone has to.
Well, and those players are getting a lot of shit. Like, oh, take their scholarships away, and like, no, like shut the fuck up. Like they're not fucking animals that are just trotted out on a football field. Like they
sorry, you like Nazis? What the fuck?
You like
what's the end game here?
Yeah. They're student athletes and everything. They're people, and their concerns need to be fucking heard. And it was a concern not only of the athletes on the football team, but of the general campus population. And they used their platform for something bigger than fucking running a leather ball into a fucking area on a field.
Yeah. Areolas? What?
Whoa! Wait, so is Finkel Einhorn? That's what
I was going to say.
Yeah, I saw Blue busting up over there when he heard about President Finkel.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
That dude sounds extra Jewish. I mean, is that guy Jewish? Because that's a very Jewish sounding name.
The coach?
Yeah.
No
that's like
idea.
something that somebody would make like he was on Family Guy, and that was the guy's name. You know what I mean? It's like goddamn.
I don't know.
No
All right,
idea.
so we gonna switch gears? We good?
Should we talk about that Family Guy? Since that was last.
Which one?
The one with the Bill Cosby.
Oh, that was
troll
hilarious.
thing,
Did you guys watch that shit?
No.
That shit was fucking hilarious,
man.
dude. So it was the family was sitting down watching TV, and they were watching like an old episode of the Cosby Show.
What?
This was something.
I was trying to set that for you, man.
Yeah.
If you wait. If you are not watching, Kronos is over here in his seat dancing to the Cosby theme. Oh my god, it's the funniest shit I've seen all week.
I think he was fucking humming and shit. But Peter had mentioned that this show's a lot. Yeah. He's like, this show's a lot different since, you have like a different view of the show, and you see Bill Cosby's like dancing around, but all the females on the show are all drugged out and like passed out of their chairs.
It's so fucking funny.
Hilarious.
And then the NBC fucking Peacock came out,
Yeah.
and it was all fucked up and shit, like falling over.
But it was funny because it wasn't just the Cosby girls. I'm glad they didn't show Rudy because that would have been fucking really disturbing. But they show like the girl from Golden Girls.
Yeah, B. Arthur.
B. Arthur. Yeah, they showed her. Was she a Marine?
Yeah, she was a Marine.
Whoa.
Like one of the first female Marines. Yeah.
Oh shit!
No shit.
Was
Crazy.
She?
Yeah.
Oh,
Google it.
fuck.
Google it.
But yeah, that episode, that shit was so fucking funny, dude. I was dying laughing.
Pretty sure it was her.
Speaking of funny ass shit,
Oh shit.
Patty fucking Pies. So
Oh,
play the
shit.
audio or not, or if you haven't seen it, just Google or go on YouTube.
Wait,
and
don't we
check
have
out.
it?
I can't play that whole fucking thing.
Nah.
I mean, like,
Don't we have it posted?
we
Yeah.
probably do.
Yeah, if we
You
don't,
look
we'll
that
post
shit up.
it.
'Cause
Yeah.
Holy
that's like 5 minutes of fucking.
Yeah,
So
that
set
is
it
hilarious.
set it up. Set it up. If you don't know.
Patti LaBelle's is it pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
No,
No,
sweet
fucking
sweet potato pie.
pumpkin pie.
Sorry, Cameron got me fucked up thinking about that. Talking about that pumpkin pie nonsense.
Fuck
It's
that.
better than sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato
God damn
pie.
it.
Patti LaBelle. She makes her own, and I think they only sell it at Walmart.
Yeah.
And this dude who's extra gay. I mean, he just is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was a woman, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was too.
I got
thought
to
it
an
was
argument
woman.
with the sweetness. I was like, that's a woman.
This
I was
brings
like, I know my black women.
This is my
That's
point that I brought up internally.
Yeah.
Is that a gay dude is the only type of dude that can call a girl a bitch to her face, and there is no offense taken.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He won't get slapped.
Keep it going.
Yeah, but
Alright,
anyway.
sorry.
So he's huge. He's big. He's black. He's extra gay. He's fat, and he's just reviewing this Patti LaBelle pie. And he's cutting it open, and saying, "Patty's so moist. I'm gonna eat you, Patty." And shit. And then this motherfucker starts singing, and it's so
good,
fucking hilarious. He's singing like Patti LaBelle. The pie was so goddamn good, it turned this motherfucker into Patti LaBelle.
And he had the wings and shit
Yeah.
going too.
And shout out, Mishka is actually the one who found it for me, and I watched it like 12 times over the weekend because that shit was so fucking dank. But if you just watch it on YouTube, we'll post out the link again.
Yeah, it was.
I
Extra
had to show the video to Sweetness of not who Patti LaBelle was, but the song that the guy kept singing. I was like, look, this is what he's performing. And she was like, oh, okay.
Oh, he sang a couple songs. He was singing On My Own, and he was.
That was the main one he was doing.
Yeah, he did one more other one. It was hell.
But you know what's funny? Kind of a side story. For that song On My Own, like I swear to God, when I was a kid, I always thought that the guy singing the song with her was a black dude. I did not know it was a white dude.
Yeah,
I didn't know that till you just said it.
What?
Who are you talking about?
The Patti LaBelle
and
On My Own.
And he's like, once again. It's a white guy. It's a white guy, yeah.
He's from the Doobie Brothers, I believe. He
Really?
was, he's damn, he was a really big artist back in the 80s. I can't think of his George Thurgood, I think. Something like
knows
that.
who the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, because it's back.
It's Michael Douglas. It's Michael Douglas sings that part of the song with her.
The actor Michael Douglas? What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
know, what are you talking about?
No, I mean, sorry, Michael McDonald.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
there
sorry.
we go.
What
That's
the
what
fuck?
it is.
My
I
bad.
thought Duke could sing. I was like,
The guy? All right.
Michael McDonald got soul, sort of.
What do you
talking
sort of?
Ronald McDonald?
Anybody who's listening who wants to send us a patty pie, because I couldn't find them in any of
You
the
know,
stores
I
around
could not
here.
find one either.
Yeah,
I found the recipe.
Yeah, please. Well, I want to try the real deal.
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle, if you listening, Patty.
Patty.
Patty, so moist. Come on, send that to us.
Like she gonna listen to
Sell them
us.
at Walmart or something?
Yeah, so hey, check out Louisiana.
Yeah.
You might have
I was about to say, that's what I was asking. I was like, they selling them at Walmart or something?
Yeah, they
Walmart.
are apparently only at Walmart.
Hit up Wild the World trying to get stabbed to be all right.
Yeah, Walla World.
If I can find one, I'll bring one on the cast. I'll do a live tasting.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael McDonald was part of the Doobie Brothers.
But don't start turning into Patti LaBelle.
I try not to.
Yeah, start singing and stuff.
All right. Are we ready?
Hey,
What the fuck are you?
Oh, he had to play.
I had to play the Patti LaBelle song.
Motherfucker, we on a live cast.
We talking about Patty, and shout out to Patty because she's my mom's favorite artist.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's get into it. I know y'all waiting. Y'all saw the fight on Saturday.
all right, Kevin, take it easy, man. It's about to get good though.
All right. So I'm gonna set this up.
Don't call it a comeback.
UFC fight. Undefeated champion Ronda Rousey
Versus
undefeated
Also undefeated fighter,
Holmes, right?
Holly Holmes.
Holly Holmes. And
professional kickboxer.
the results are.
She got knocked the fuck out. Ronda Rousey got knocked the fuck out. So go ahead, Stitch.
For supposedly the most dominant female athlete that we've ever seen in our motherfucking life, in her motherfucking prime, the one that day before the fight said, cheap ass, fake ass, cheap shot and fake humility bitch, preacher daughter my ass, I see through your fake sweet act now, you getting your ass kicked tomorrow, I'm going to enjoy the beating I'm going to give to you. How the fuck that work out for you? How'd that work out? When you were seeing those birds dance around your fucking head, you got put to sleep, talking that shit. Now, I'm going to enjoy talking shit on this now because as a professional shit talker myself, I'm going to get my popcorn out too. As a professional shit talker myself, you got to be able to take the motherfucking loss or whatever. If I'm wrong about the Star Wars bet that I made, I'm not going to fucking put my face in a pillow and walk through motherfucking airport.
What kind of
I'm going to
popcorn?
catch these motherfucking jokes or whatever.
I got
she wants to
caramel.
throw shade at people, she's got to be able to take the fucking heat. Don't fucking hide your head in a motherfucking pillow. But she talked so much shit. Do we still want to see her as Miss Marvel? Is she qualified to be Miss Marvel now? Or did she lose that motherfucking role too? Whatever. I need to know these answers. I want to know if she can still beat up Floyd Mayweather like she says. Because she sure as fuck couldn't handle a jab. She couldn't handle a jab that entire motherfucking fight. And then that kick went fucking straight to her fucking neck. And she fell like a hot ass sack of potatoes. It was so fucking sweet. I was mad I couldn't watch the fight because I was watching it on Twitter, and Twitter was fucking live as fuck.
Of course you didn't
I
watch
couldn't
the
even
fight.
figure out what the fuck was going on because everyone was fucking laughing and celebrating and shit like that because this girl who talks so much fucking noise about how she's the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to whip this person's ass. I'm going to whip that person's ass. It's not if I win, it's when I win. Lost. And she lost 12 fights into her career, but we want to throw her into some of the greatest fucking people of all time. No. Sit the fuck down. You faced your first real, I guess, competition, and you lost. So, bye-bye, Ronda Rousey. We'll see you on the fucking True Hollywood story about what the fuck happened to you.
All right,
I hope you get a nice check from the WWE because that's where your future is, and go and make some little side movies and shit. Because now you got to take a hot ass break because you're gonna be a do nothing bitch for the next 60 to 180 days because UFC said, nah, bitch, you can't even fucking practice because you took that fucking kick so hard to your head.
Damn! Glad you brought all that shit up because it obviously shows that you're not a fucking fighting fan. When you said at the very end there, because right in the very beginning, a couple weeks ago, you said, quote, it's another fucking tomato can. So now you're playing both sides of the fucking argument. Either she's a tomato can or you weren't. And what I said from the very beginning is that Holly Holm was a legit competitor, like all of our other competitors were legit competitors. She wasn't fighting fucking nobody. As of right now, she still is the best ever. She still has the best. Ronda Rousey is. She still has the fastest finishes. You're laughing because you're not a fucking UFC fan. This is what you and all the rest of you motherfuckers that are talking shit about Ronda Rousey have in common. You don't know fucking shit about fighting. You don't know shit about the MMA. You don't know shit about fucking females in MMA. You don't know anything about any of that shit. You wouldn't see females in the UFC had it not been for Ronda Rousey. So go ahead and show her now, especially with somebody that you said was a fucking tomato can when she was a legit competitor. You didn't know who the fuck she was, that she was a multiple-time boxing champion. You didn't know about any of that shit. Of course you don't. That's what I just said, because you're not a fucking fan. But you got all these fucking opinions. You got all these opinions. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All my life in high school and in junior high, and I see
you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't. How did she lose the fight? You can't even tell me what the fuck she did wrong. Because you're not a fucking fan.
What she did wrong?
Yeah, tell me what she did wrong. Tell me what went wrong in her boxing.
For
Break it down.
Somebody who wins all of her fights.
That's not what I'm asking you. That's not what I'm asking you. Tell me technically what she did wrong in her fight.
She tried to box a boxer instead of using.
What did she do wrong in her boxing? What did she do wrong in her boxing? No. What did she do wrong in her boxing? Break it down for me right now.
She fucking didn't move her head from those jabs that kept coming out of her motherfucking face. It's a very simple concept. If someone throws,
it's not a very simple concept. That's how I know you don't know shit about fighting. It's not a simple concept. You're showing your ignorance to me right now. Just like the rest of those motherfuckers that are talking shit about her, because you don't even understand how she lost. You don't even understand it.
I don't need to understand not to get hit.
Yeah, of course you don't need to understand it because you're ignorant in fighting. You're ignorant in fighting.
Don't get hit, Ronda.
The fact that Holly Holm was fighting as a lefty and fucking going and moving around her, and Ronda Rousey was not moving laterally. I'm breaking it down for you because you don't fucking know. All right, the fact that she was not.
Break it down for Ronda.
Go ahead, okay, you got something to say? Break it down for me. How the fuck did? Go ahead. No, you're the fucking expert. You cut me off when I was breaking it down. So let me know. Let me know how she wasn't moving laterally. How she kept turning and she wasn't cutting off the cage. Tell me about all that shit. Tell me how Holly Holm stopped it from throwing her. Tell me about that shit. You don't fucking know because you're not a real fucking fan. You just bullshit like the rest of the people. And you know what? Ronda Rousey touched. Hey, I shut the fuck up doing your shit. All right? I wasn't saying shit. Eat your fucking popcorn. Eat your fucking popcorn.
You asked me a question and
you weren't answering it. You want time? No, go ahead and answer it.
You gonna let me talk?
Talk.
Answer it.
Turn down, or am I gonna get cut off again?
Now you're good. Go.
Okay, so your question is about what she did wrong.
I already told you.
So please ask your question.
I did, and you didn't answer it. Now you're trying to answer it after I already fucking answered for you.
Question,
I love
please.
Paramount. I just did. You weren't even listening.
Can you ask the question again?
I asked you more than once, and you couldn't fucking answer me. I asked you how she beat her with boxing. And you couldn't answer me that question.
She kept throwing jabs and fucking moving her feet and
moving her feet. That's how you work that down. How was she moving her feet?
By circling and walking around.
By circling and walking around. How did Ronda Rousey fuck that up?
Pass me that great poupon.
Yeah. What did she do wrong?
It's a fucking fist.
You don't even understand what she did technically in boxing. You don't even understand that part. Yet you have opinions on it.
I'm sorry. It hurts to watch your idol go down in an embarrassing.
See, you still not answering it. You can't answer the question. You cannot answer the question.
I feel your pain.
You can't. No. You can't answer the question. I don't feel pain. I'm not feeling pain on that because I knew that she was going to lose eventually. And the way she lost, I understand exactly how she lost. All right, and yeah, she got knocked the fuck out. This shit happens. Every fucking great got knocked the fuck out. Mike Tyson got knocked the fuck out by Buster Douglas. Larry Holmes beat the fuck down. Stop. Stop. Yes, it basically fucking did. All right, stop. When Larry Holmes knocked out Muhammad Ali, it pretty much ended his career. He didn't knock him out. I'm sorry. Muhammad Ali couldn't even get up out of the fucking. He couldn't get out of the corner. They fucking threw in the towel on his ass. Yep. Nobody was talking shit about him. Now was he? Who talked more shit, Muhammad Ali or Ronda Rousey? I think Muhammad Ali. And nobody said shit about it.
But you're mad because people are talking shit on someone that talks shit.
No. Okay, well, I just gave you a one-to-one example. Somebody talks more shit than Ronda Rousey, and they didn't shit all over him. All right?
Are we going to compare the different time frames? With
no, I'm not going to compare none of that shit, because people would still talk shit. Well, actually, you're right. People are shittier generally nowadays. They think they know what the fuck they're talking about, and they don't, which you just fucking proved to me. Because you don't know anything about fighting. You don't.
Mad.
I think all you people are mad because Ronda Rousey touched greatness, and people like you that are talking shit. I'm not going to say you because I like you. But people in general will never touch greatness the way that she has. And that's me on a fucking mad.
I ain't trying to compete with Ronda.
Because you can't. You can't. You can't.
These hot ass jokes and these memes.
Yeah, you can because you're hating. Because you can never touch the kind of greatness that she did.
That's fine. Good for her. Good for her.
You know what she's going to go home and cry to? Her fucking millions. The millions that she built by herself. If
that was the case, why is she burying her head in the fucking pillow when she's walking?
Something that you wouldn't know about that nobody fucking thinks about is that it hurts you to get your fucking ass kicked. Look, have you fucking lost in a competition before? In a combat competition, have you ever fought before? You ever fought?
I'll wait.
Have you ever fought?
No, I don't need to fight.
Yes, you do to understand what the fuck it feels like to lose in a fight on a fucking stage like that.
You know what? It doesn't matter if you're
yes, it does matter. Yes, it does matter.
No, listen. If you take a loss, you handle it like a fuck. No, even though she's a woman, you still handle it like a man. You hold your fucking. You take that dick like a man.
There's no dudes that ever cried before when they lost. There's no dudes that cried before when they lost. No dudes.
A basketball game, you lose anything. You take it like a fucking man or a woman.
No, you don't. No, you don't. There's plenty of dudes that cried. Plenty of dudes that cried from losing their fights. Because you're going in there winning. You can't compare this to basketball or something like that. You compare it to combat sports.
I got no issue with crying. Don't fucking hide. Don't hide.
There's plenty of people that you can't fucking find that lost fights.
If you're going to talk that shit, you better be able to get that shit talked back.
Going into the fight, how much shit did she talk? She only talked shit once because Holly Holmes put a fist on her face and she got pissed over that. Yeah. Other than that, she talked no shit. She talked no shit.
She talked no shit?
No.
Her Instagram got hacked? Was that was that what I read?
Rewind what I just said. Before Holly Holmes put her fist on her face, she didn't talk any shit at all to Holly Holmes. And you can go look it up. Okay, you probably don't know because you're not actually a fan.
So we're just going to treat all the other times she talks shit about every other person.
No, she didn't. Kat Zingano, no shit.
When she's giving people the finger at fucking weigh-ins and shit like that.
Kat Zingano, she talked no shit about. Alexis Davis, she talked no shit about. Sarah Kaufman, she talked no shit about. Keep going about shit you don't fucking know about.
Okay. All these quotes just came out of midair and shit like that.
Then quote them. The people I just talked about, show me where she was talking shit about them. That's my whole argument. But I'm right. I know I'm right because you're not a fucking fan, and I am.
Individual things about, she didn't talk shit to that person. She's a shit talker.
I just named a shitload of her opponents.
I'm gonna referee this.
He's got to take his fucking lumps.
So Stitch,
you just skipped over it. It's all good. I'm right. It's all good.
No, so Stitch, you had the chance to give in your information. Cronus, you just kind of debated. Let's just we're gonna give Cronus his time to tell his side of the story because there hasn't been much detail coming from you, Cronus.
No, I mean she did. She lost the fight, and I explained how she lost the fight. Mm-hmm. I'm sad that she lost, but I'm happy that Holly Holmes won. I mean, she's a legit competitor, and when I said from the get-go that all you guys know me, I said that she was a legit competitor from the get-go. And that she had legitimate boxing skills. In particular, her fucking head kicks are very dangerous. And if Ronda Rousey, and if she even quoted, which is terrible, but if she got hit with one of those head kicks, she's going to be in trouble, which is what happened. And that shit happens. People fucking lose in fights, and people want to sit there and talk about you're likely not going to go undefeated in fighting unless you retire early. And so I still respect what Ronda Rousey did. She did more for women's MMA than any woman alive.
Yeah, she was the first champion, right?
She was the first woman in the UFC.
Can I ask a quick question? Are we saying really at the end of the day, all jokes aside, Stitch, you do not respect her at all? Is that right?
I can't do I respect what she does because I cannot do. I respect anyone that does a fucking job or whatever. She has talent. I'm not saying she's talentless. I'm not gonna go the Chrono strategy and call people talentless and worthless or whatever like he does with
Kim K.
God
What the fuck she does?
More shots
whatever.
fired.
with certain people that won't be named. But
Already
she has
named her,
talent. It's fucking that karma train came around.
Yeah,
and it
karma
fucking
train
ran
is-
her the fuck over.
Somebody that you said was a tomato can, and that shows how much you know about this. You're out of your depth.
So she had a worthy challenger, and
Which
she
I said,
lost.
which you said was not worthy.
Well, it shows how much I knew.
Yeah,
about.
that's all I'm saying. Thank you.
I can't finish
Wait. Before you do a quick
Okay.
side note,
It
K-Max
shows how much
said...
I knew about Holly Holmes or whatever. But for someone that sure was talking about how she could beat Floyd Mayweather or whatever, but she couldn't handle a professional women's fucking boxer.
And
Shut the fuck up,
she
Ron.
didn't beat her with all just boxing. That's another thing that you have wrong as well.
Well, she finished her off with the kick, but when I watched that entire fight, it was jab to the face, head move. Ronda came in like a fucking crazy bull and got fucking okey doke.
So you didn't see her take her down at all. You didn't see her do counter wrestling. None of that shit. That's all boxing, right?
I watched the whole fight or whatever.
No, well then you watched a different fight than me because I just named shit that you didn't even talk about.
So just to intervene. So I just want to say that of all of Ronda Rousey's fight, only 2 fights have gone past round 1.
Yeah, Misha Tate and this fight. I already knew that.
So
And
apparently...
Really? Hold on, wait.
You've been training in
Wait, let me finish.
Damn, hold on.
Let me finish my
Go
shit.
ahead.
So for Holly, all of her fights has gone 3 rounds, like 2 or 3 rounds, and they've all like lasted at least 5 minutes.
I know the comments have been on fleek. What do you got, Old Ninja?
Yeah, so from K-Mac says that Ronda Rousey talked hella shit about Misha Tate.
That's basically it. And when Betch Gohea was talking shit about Ronda Rousey, that was only their time. But they put this negative aspect out. It's the media because you're not actually paying. You're not watching. That's why I know you're not a fan because you bring up these facts that aren't really facts. It's just made up bullshit. She only talked shit about like 2 people.
So who's the Brazilian chick? I think that's
Betch
the other
Gohea.
person.
That's what I just thought. Yeah,
I didn't hear. I missed that real quick because I'm reading
Spell
K-Mac.
Betch, Betch.
Yeah, I'm reading.
But real quickly, don't all athletes, to a certain extent, no matter what the fucking sport, even golf, talk shit?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the player.
That's why I brought up Muhammad Ali. Nobody said anything about Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Going to people's houses and shit, keeping them awake. Nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah, it's usually when they're good and they get like inflated egos and they start talking shit.
I think it's just
but there are also players who are humbled about what they're doing and keep their mouth shut.
Rocky Marciano was the greatest boxer of all time.
This mother, holy shit!
Wait a minute, I don't.
Yeah, so apparently K-Mac brings up that the Brazilian chick was talking shit about Rousey's dad.
It's Betch Gohea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
I actually met her in real life. Well, sorry. in real life.
Cakeman says it was him talking about Kim K, but he's the one who called Kim K weekend pussy. So
And literally, though, I think she does have a tattoo that says she is weekend pussy.
I think she has a Queen of Spades tattoo.
She only does.
She's had like one white dude that was a boyfriend.
What? She should be the ambassador to Queen of Spades. But sorry, I digress. All right, Twitter,
Anyway.
please. YouTube, let us know what the fuck you think. Who's right, who's wrong, Stitch or Chronos.
Yeah. Just let us know your opinion.
Yeah, let us know your opinion. And if you are a hot girl, please send
I think
me.
the one opinion that does matter is Holly Holmes' opinion, the person who actually beat her. And
Yeah.
Look at the way that she's actually treating the whole thing. And then look at the way the rest of these people are treating.
Look at Floyd
She's
Mayweather
she-
also.
Ronda, call Floyd. He can help you.
Holly Holmes. Holly Holmes.
You can hear this.
Holly Holmes is the only person qualified to, actually gloat over this. Everybody else is gloating on some shit they didn't even fucking do.
Yeah.
And actually, Mayweather actually did reach out to her and offer her some help. And the help that he would actually give her would be valuable. I mean, I think generally that Floyd Mayweather is kind of a scumbag for beating up chicks and shit like that. But I mean, this is something kind of valiant because Ronda Rousey needs to learn how to. She needs to learn how to do head movement. She needs to learn how to roll with the punches, shit like that, and that would help. And I think that's one of the things that her mom brought up a couple months ago. That Edmund Tarvarian, I hate to say it, but he's not a very good coach because he's teaching her kind of wrong. Because the way that her boxing is decent when she's on the offensive, but when she's on the defensive, she doesn't have enough head movement. She's not rolling with the punches. She's not moving her body enough. She's not.
Baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that she's missing. And when people are moving away from her, she's not moving laterally with them.
Yeah.
She's turning her entire body and going with them. She's not laterally going with them.
Really quickly say, I'm not a boxing or fighting expert. I'll say that.
I'm not an expert either.
Off the bat. But I'll say this really quickly. most experts agree that Mayweather is one of, if not the best defensive boxing experts of all time.
That's why he's a boring fighter.
Yeah, he is. But, he would be able to give almost anybody great tips on the defensive end with boxing.
Yeah. And to shed a little fact, he hasn't thrown any shade over her. In fact, like you said, he reached out to help her.
Well, one time he was like,
I'm talking about after the fight.
Yeah,
after the
totally
fight.
true.
No. Before then, they were going kind of back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, he's handling this like a gentleman.
But the nigga can't read, though.
I don't know how he's tweeting.
That's what Mike Tyson's for.
I think read KO.
I think on his keyboard, his pictures of animals and shit. The cow goes moo.
It's a speakeasy. It's like, spell this.
So what's awesome is we all are actually friends offline and whatnot, but it's just fun to get into it with this shit. And at the same time, please Twitter, let us know who's right, who's wrong.
Oh, it's great.
It is fun.
Iron sharpens iron.
This is the reason why I don't sit there and talk about basketball and shit like that, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at basketball too.
With the whole Ronda Rousey thing, like how people are all throwing shade at her, it made me think of a quote from Green Goblin in the Spider-Man movie. He basically says, "Well, to each his own. I chose my path. You chose the way of the hero, and they found you amusing for a while, the people of the city. But the one thing that they love more than a hero is to see a hero fall, die trying." That's basically what I see with Ronda. Like, people are like all about fucking just beating her down, even though she lost the fight and stuff like that.
It's because these people will never get to where she was, even where she is now. Where she
Green
is
Goblin
now
died also.
is still better than these people. You know what I mean? They don't know how. They have no idea what it's like to go through a fight camp. They have no idea what it's like to get in there in the octagon and fight somebody. Mm-hmm. Most people's fights are, ridiculous, or no fights at all. Like, I do this on a small scale with jiu-jitsu, and it's fucking terrifying.
It's hard.
Like, getting in there to go beat somebody physically is fucking hard. And knowing they're going to do their hardest to beat you, and you're going to do your hardest to beat them, it's terrifying. And knowing that the possibility of losing, that's something that nobody knows about. And that's why you see a lot of people that actually are fighters. They ain't talking that much shit. You get stupid ass people like Lady Gaga and fucking
what the fuck?
All these other stupid ass people have no idea what the fuck fighting is. They haven't been doing anything hard at all in their lives.
What did Lady Gaga? Yeah, what did she even say?
Lady Gaga said that's what you get.
Touch gloves.
Yeah, that's what you get because you didn't touch gloves.
You don't have to touch gloves.
But she didn't know the backstory because Holly had when they did the weigh-in, Holly had
She didn't punch her, but she put her
she shoved her in the face.
She put her fist on her jaw.
Yeah,
I mean that will piss somebody off, and that's the reason why Ronda Rousey got pissed and started talking shit was because of that one event. And people want to forget about that.
So, just a warning to Prodigy.
Oh, she got her head, but if Ronda Rousey would have done that, you'd been on the other side.
This one's for Prodigy. The warning, Mishka is in the chat.
So
shit.
Yeah. So I didn't mean any of that stuff about Tatiana.
we should have the Star Trek warning signal when Mishka gets into the chat.
I know. Red alert. Batten down the hatches.
Holy shit! Where do we go from here? All right, we need to switch gears.
Let's do the because the two of us had the thing about the Fear of a Yellow Man. What Kronos brought up a couple weeks ago because you had.
What are we talking about? Then?
Well, you had an example from something you were watching.
Okay, so that's a good segue. So into the Badlands, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that shit was dank.
Yeah, well,
holy shit,
that was good shit.
I love this character, Sonny. I even like the Baron. I love everything about this shit.
You know what I like?
What's that?
It's the woman that Sonny is smashing. That chick
is... She bad. It's a diverse cast. There's kung fu. They haven't explained why there's no guns, but yet there's motorcycles and cars quite yet, other than they were outlawed. But I'm down with this show. Mm-hmm. I only saw the pilot, even as Chico Leo correctly stated when we interviewed him, that you can't judge a TV series off of just the pilot alone.
Correct.
I love the pilot.
Right on.
What y'all say?
I haven't seen it.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I watched The Walking Dead.
Aren't you in school and you're not doing homework?
No, that's why I only watched The Walking Dead. So I was doing homework.
That's why he's black.
I watched it and I actually thought it was I fell asleep on the beginning just because I was tired and I rewatched it. But man, it was really good. Like the action scenes and the effects and stuff like that. That shit was legit. But the one thing I kind of have a problem with a little bit of the acting, but other than that, it's still a pretty good show.
Okay. Well, who's acting?
Sonny's, yeah.
Really?
He seemed kind of amateurish, but, it's the pilot. Got to get around that.
All right. Stitch, you get it? You watch this one?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was interested to see how it was going to start off, and immediately just the fucking bones cracking and the fucking shoulders getting dislocated and shit. I was like, all right, I'm here for this. Sorry, popcorn went down my throat. And then I could see where they had some rough patches with the acting, but like Chico said, I mean, it'll work its way out and everything, like some of the rough spots with the I guess the plot and everything. But I'm very, very interested in it. I love the action in it. I hope that they didn't blow all their action budget on that first episode, because the kung fu and the violence was on point.
Yeah, don't blow your load on the first run.
Exactly. It was great. I'm looking forward to it. And when the guy got the glass in the eye.
Yeah.
That was like a big twist. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
He went anime demon on his ass.
He did.
So it's a great show. Please watch it.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't remember what you were talking about. You were talking about something something about. It was basically about an Asian man and a white woman, or basically Asian men in general when they're in the lead not having romantic.
In this one, it was a good example of finally.
She's mixed, but yeah.
But finally getting a romantic lead with an Asian man, which I noticed based on what Kronos was mentioning a couple weeks ago about
with Glenn.
Yeah, with Glenn and all of that, and it was
Jackie
awesome. He's a character who can both kick ass and fuck bad bitches.
Yeah. So the one example I forgot about was the Fast and Furious franchise, because you have. But the thing was that Gal Gadot, she's Israeli. So, but you see them all over each other when they have the scenes together, and you watch them have their budding relationship. So that's like, it's an ensemble movie.
Rare.
We're still cherry picking. You know what I mean? It's like
rare.
there's so many movies with Asian men in them that aren't fucking.
That's true. but the thing is that there's those movies with Asian men that don't even have a romantic counterpart.
But the other thing
it's very few. And go ahead, Blue.
Another thing we have to take into account too is that every Asian person in movies is that kung fu guy.
Yeah,
almost.
It's so fucking stereotypical.
Time.
No, it's either the Asian guy, it's either the kung fu guy, or the really fucking smart nerdy guy.
Yeah.
And good at math.
That's what I'm talking about. Is the whole black and white thing. It's like we have other ethnicities in America. Yeah. Can we represent them a little bit?
Yeah.
Before we start complaining about black and white shit, when shit still isn't hashed out.
Sorry to go back to Chico, but he had a great example with that, with his heritage of being both Jewish and Puerto Rican, and just explaining the fact that it's not always just as simple as black and white. There's others here.
There's deeper layers.
Yeah,
and, it's coming though. I mean, they got that hot ass Indian chick that's on what's that? The FBI
Quantico?
show? Yeah.
Quantico?
Yeah, she can't act for shit.
That's what I keep hearing. I heard that she can't act, but she looks bad though.
She bad as fuck. There ain't no doubt about it. I don't watch it. Mishka watches it.
No.
But it's on in the room while I'm on Vita or some shit. You know what I mean? And
so one of the world renowned actresses, which everyone agrees is fine as fuck, is Israeli as well, and that's Natalie Portman. So
what?
She's Israeli.
She did have an ass double though in that. What was that movie with the guy who?
Are you talking about Thor, Natalie Portman?
Yes,
Thor, Natalie Portman.
She is Israeli. She's
the
born
guy
in
from,
Israel.
Eastbound and Down. It was a comedy with.
Oh yeah, Her Highness.
Yeah.
That movie's hella funny.
Every time I see her though, I think of The Professional, so it kind of fucks me up.
Oh yeah, because she was
girl.
hella
She was young in that.
Yeah, so I can't I don't see her like that.
So
Every time I think of her her SNL skit that she does, the whole
the video
That
where she
shit's
starts
fucking
talking
great,
shit
dude.
about all the
Shit.
Star Wars. Oh, that shit was
talking about how she wants to fuck you too. I was like, girl.
Yeah, we want to fuck you, Natalie. I want to fuck you too. I was like, oh shit, we need to post that. This is pretty awesome.
That is
I will do a plug. One of her probably I don't want to say best performance because she's always does well. Watch the movie Closer. That is an amazing tour de force by everyone involved, and Natalie Portman plays a stripper in that movie.
Oh shit! I'm adding that to my list right now.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite movies because the movie's all about sex, and there's no sex on screen.
But is she naked though?
That sounds awful then.
Yeah.
It's actually really fucking. It's a great fucking movie.
She's
great
one of
movie.
those.
It's not a great fucking movie because there's no fucking in it.
She's one of those chicks though that I don't know why I'm so attracted to her.
Yeah.
Body wise and even facial, I'm just not. I typically wouldn't, but I do appreciate the fact that I want to get in them draws.
She's
Yeah,
like
you want to
Velma.
go inside.
She's like Velma from Scooby Doo. Like she's not the hottest girl in the group, but there's something about her. You just want
want to go inside.
Just like Keira Knightley, though.
Yeah.
They actually played each other in Star Wars. So
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's funny because I remember watching Phantom Menace so many times. Like, where the hell is Keira Knightley? And I finally see her. I'm like, oh shit, that totally is Keira Knightley.
Yeah, with her fucked up teeth.
Yeah,
she does have
actually,
little like rat teeth and shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I got fucked up teeth too. All right.
yeah.
So, all right.
There's a lot of actually cameos from a lot of famous people in Phantom Menace.
All right.
So,
All right. Where the fuck were we going?
so I wanted to bring
white
up
guy.
real quick. Yeah, Fear of an Asian Man. So, Heroes Reborn. So there's Hiro Nakamura. His character basically raises a blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid, and he's with a white woman.
Wait, that's actually the second time he's been with a white woman too.
Yeah, but you notice they don't show any kind of romantic stuff, even though she eludes
7
that she
years.
loves him. Huh?
Yeah.
Like a whole 7 years passed.
It's like 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
It's 15 years, and she like basically hugs him like they're friends. They don't kiss
Even
or
when
nothing.
even when he goes to what could be his death, there's
Yeah.
no kiss goodbye.
There is no, but she basically tells him she loves him and thank you for raising what we consider to be our son. But there's no like, if this were like the fucking Notebook or fucking some other show, they would have been like tonguing each other and all kinds of shit, and we get like almost literally a pat on the back. That's what it almost looks like.
So basically, what we're promoting is Asian men in porn on Hollywood. That's
God dang! Okay. Stop watching your fucking bullshit. Stay on point, boo.
This is Blue. I'm gonna do a public announcement. The Notebook fucking sucked.
Hell yeah!
That was a badass. That movie was so fucking dumb. Oh my god. But, okay, moving on. Public announcement over. Yeah, the more you know.
We got to talk about Walking Dead.
Oh, let's just talk about shows.
Yes,
Walking Dead number one.
So actually, this Walking Dead is probably out of the season. It's the worst episode, in my opinion. It's not bad, but given what the season has given us so far,
yeah,
it is
even worse than previous weeks.
Oh yeah, because the one with Morgan, that was pretty good, even though it was slow, but it was good.
No. Was that the one after that? The one with Maggie trying to take off, and we're back at Alexandria.
But that one had like a bit of a twist because, you know, they had the people about to go fucking crazy because all the hordes come and they're like starting to like break apart, and then Maggie does a little pregnancy announcement.
Yeah, and then we see like a couple remnants of people like waking up and turning.
I like that one, but this last one though, I thought I didn't like it. It was just it was the least best one of the season.
I loved it. I mean, we get to see RPGs, baby.
Yeah, it was.
What are we supposed to? What is he supposed to do with that?
Blow shit up.
Well, so
how's that come in handy?
This is Blue. This is my theory because I think that Abraham had found the key back to Alexandria because he's got the fucking RPG, and he can take out like a lot of fucking zombies with that.
Yeah, he has like whole suitcase.
Yeah, he has a whole suitcase full of ammo. But then also like at the end of the episode, they get a call on the walkie-talkies and somebody's saying help.
Is that Glenn or is the guy on the bike?
We don't know.
It's so hard to say.
We don't know. Apparently, Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, he like spoiled it apparently about who was on the radio. So it may not be who we think it is.
Oh,
so
shit.
We'll see. But I enjoyed this.
Denied it was Glenn.
I just like the fact that Abraham was trying to get in them walls.
Yeah, right. He was like, "Yo, you know, I'm digging you, girl."
Yeah,
and she's like, "What's up?"
What does he do?
Yeah, she's like, "How do you know I want that?" He's all, "A man knows." I was like, "Oh, damn."
I don't know what he was trying to do with that. That makes no sense to me.
Why? Why?
Hey, come on, man. A dick ain't gonna suck itself.
Oh!
Come on, man.
Oh, the shirt.
Isn't he still smashing Rosita?
Yeah. Hey, shit.
It's the apocalypse. Okay, double dip.
Bitches gonna talk or whatever.
Gotta
There's
repopulate.
only so many bitches to go around or whatever. And when she comes
Right?
back with that, I just got dick look on her face, and Abraham walks in. Rosita's gonna be like, why is she looking like she just got laid?
Oh, the JFL just fuck look.
Why she glowing?
Hey, I props to Abraham for liking multiple flavors.
Right?
Yeah, bro.
He's an equal opportunity fucker.
Yeah, dude. Look, hey, I bend over backwards.
Daryl's slipping. Daryl's losing his street smarts with him.
He does seem to be, but you know what it is? Daryl
I got a
actually.
thing with Beth though. I think that's kind of it's fucked him up.
Yeah.
I think him and Beth have a thing.
Good
But
point.
he has a soft spot for people who are in hard times. In a
Yeah,
way.
because he was in that situation as well. He was in a spot with his racist ass brother, and this group took him in. And
I miss Meryl.
So good on
Yeah, Meryl changed up at the end. You know, he showed his brotherly love, and I think that if he had stayed around, it would have been different. But he had to go anyway.
Yeah, he got to go. But one thing interesting about Daryl is that like, I like the end where the guy's like, "Hey, you know, sorry, you have to do this, whatever," and Daryl's like, "You're going to be sorry."
Yeah.
Like I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I don't think it's the end of those folks that we see. We're gonna end up.
So
We're gonna see them
apparently
again.
in the comics, Stitch, you read the comics, right?
Yeah.
I read some of them as well.
That guy's name was like Delvin or something like that. He has like he's a person in the comics. The guy that was on the bike that stole his bike.
That's totally right.
He's in
Okay,
the comics.
I'm right. I haven't gotten to him yet and everything.
Okay.
I'm literally probably like one trade after that, where they left off at that. I don't want to say what exactly I read because I know you guys are catching up on it or whatever. So I don't want to say where I'm at in the books where it's at in the show and everything. But
Fuck it, statutes of limitations. Just say
Yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna.
Well,
Yeah, the books
right,
have
you
been
know,
out
they
for a
don't
while.
follow it very. They don't follow it very well.
Where I'm at in the book is where Rick, you know, Rick's kissing the girl or whatever in the garage or whatever.
Yeah.
From like 2 episodes ago, the one who husband got killed.
The maid from American Horror Story.
In the book,
Yeah.
he's kissing Michonne.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
But he's also missing a hand in the books.
And then
Yeah,
there's a
that
thing
still
with,
may happen.
with Carl that had just happened.
Wait.
and everything.
Coral?
Coral.
Yeah, Carl gets his face blown off. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
he gets. Yeah.
fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I was really quick. Well, while you think of it, I was really quickly going to say that there's 2 episodes left until the
Yeah.
season finale.
Mid-season.
No,
Yeah.
mid-season.
Mid-season, we need to find out obviously what's going on with Glenn, but that'll be at the final.
Yeah, it'll probably be the mid-season finale when we see what happens with Glenn.
One thing I just want to bring up is that I think it's interesting in the opening title cards that they have for The Walking Dead, where Glenn's name was originally, where Stephen Yeun, was that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Stephen
Yeah.
Yeun, where his name was, like, his name is removed from that title card, they still show that title card. Like, it's the one where they have the watch hanging, which is the
they
watch
saw
that Herschel gives to him when him and his daughter, like, hook up and get married or whatever. But yeah, so every episode I'm like looking for his name just to pop back on there. I'm like, okay, is this gonna be
No,
an episode?
No,
on
they're
there.
not.
I'm like, fuck.
This is the same shit that they pulled before with the whole Sophia thing and with Judith. So we'll
Carol. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that great quote about Abraham? Maybe I missed it when I stepped out to piss, but about the fact that his RPGs that he found may be the key to
getting back into Alexander.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
The thing I actually thought about right now, but I forgot, was that blonde chick, the one that had the I guess the diabetes and eat the insulin shots.
Yeah.
Like, that bitch died way too fucking early, dude.
So
Holy
stupid.
shit, dude. Like, she saw some bodies under fucking glass. She's like, oh, I'm gonna lay a fucking flower, and they pop up and fucking ate her.
Well,
Glass
let's
is
be honest.
plastic.
Though. She had diabetes. She was gonna fucking die anyway.
Ah,
I mean, seriously.
Yeah,
I
one
mean,
foot on banana pill.
I mean, if you're on any kind, this is something that me and Kamek actually talked about because she has to take medication daily, and it's like, the zombie apocalypse hits, you're kind of fucked.
You are, which is sad.
The first thing you should do is rob. At this point, we wouldn't really be robbing. You'd be liberating. Fucking medication.
acquiring or
Yeah,
requisitioning
from the nearest pharmacy.
Purchasing.
but
on
it's
a-
still hard to keep that shit cold if it has to be
Yeah,
refrigerated.
insulin, you're pretty
Yeah.
much fucked. There's nothing. I mean, you better eat right. But if it's like type 1 or whatever, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it really is like horror movie survival 101. If there is a dead body, you don't put your fucking face next to it. Like, it's common sense.
I like how she looked at the flowers. Last thing she did.
right?
She later. She should have brought more for herself. Shit.
But I like-
I think I heard that from a different podcast. I might just rip that off.
I like how in the Talking Dead, they had mentioned that for the you know how in the Talking Dead they have like a memoriam where they talk about how, like, who died on the show, like, and whatever. So for the walkers that were cased in the glass or the plastic, right, they called them the still in the box walkers.
That's pretty funny.
That was fucking hilarious.
So Walking Dead is awesome. What else are we going to go into?
We went through a lot of comics last week.
I got a topic.
Go ahead, Stitch, get it.
Someone's not winning. Is Tiger Blood?
Sure, but he is winning. Motherfucker's still alive, ain't he? Shit, he didn't die.
Set it up.
Stitch.
Well, Charlie Sheen announced he's HIV positive, and a lot of porn actresses are sweating.
That's all bad. That's terrible.
I think it makes a lot of sense though. Like when he went batshit crazy, He probably just found out that he got HIV, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna ride this bitch in the rocks. Fuck it, man. Bring all the blow.
That makes sense because he found out like 4 years ago that he was HIV positive.
Oh,
He did.
yeah.
So he probably got it from using, not necessarily from sex.
Really
That's
quickly,
true. He doesn't know.
This is no PSA and shit, but you know, if you're questioning whether you have something, go get tested.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely do that.
and if you do have HIV, then go for Charlie Sheen.
Oh!
Sorry. Is that too soon?
That's all bad.
Fuck him.
Damn!
That's all fucked up.
There's no chill on this cast.
Oh, I guess not. Well, damn.
You know I'm joking, but kind of not really.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be fucking somebody.
Yeah, might as well.
What do you make AIDS worse? I don't know how it works. He's got HIV though,
Super
so it's not
AIDS
really
and
AIDS.
shit.
He's pulling the Magic Johnson.
Yeah,
He's
man.
got money. Money cures AIDS or HIV or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Michael
there you go.
Johnson has been he's been an AIDS carrier since like
HIV
the
carrier.
80s. HIV carrier.
HIV
since, like,
turns into this is the weird thing now is that AIDS is a huge deal in the 90s, but today not so much.
You
like
rarely
it's
hear
very
about it.
rare.
You can
Yeah.
have a much longer life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that. Well, first of all, most people they don't have AIDS anymore.
Yeah.
Like it was a huge. It's not an epidemic, but it was a huge deal in the 90s. And then now, like most people that do get HIV, it doesn't go into full blown AIDS.
Well,
Yeah.
Without
Unless they're
treatment.
easy.
but let's say though, I mean,
Yeah.
like worldwide, there's still a lot of people.
Well,
dying.
I'm talking about in America.
Yeah. Okay.
But obviously in Africa, shit's still
Well,
the real deal.
There
so.
wasn't there one guy that they actually cured his HIV?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
he almost fucking died from it because I think they had to like drain out all of his fucking blood and replace it with other blood.
yeah.
See, that's what I said when I was a little kid. I was like, look,
Same
just
here.
take all the blood out, put some bleach in that shit, put it back. Clean it out. That's how dumb I was when I was a kid.
Well, I had to watch this shit.
Kronos?
Well, no, because that makes sense because like I thought the same thing when I was a kid because they
that
use
shit don't make
because use bleach to sterilize things and stuff like that. I was like, well, you just run. This is the mind of a kid, so
Kids are dumb as
Yeah.
fuck.
You were 20
But it's
years
deep.
old when you said this.
Oh, god dang.
but I was still a kid.
Damn.
Hey, I might have been a children, but I've never been no boy.
That's Black Dynamite for y'all that don't know.
It's really funny because like a lot of people are saying that Charlie Sheen is like he's paying off all this money to keep people quiet, but he's not paying money to keep people quiet. These are fucking legal settlements that he's going through where he's paying these people. I think they said something about like 1.4 million a year he pays.
I thought he was being blackmailed
Well,
to
no.
keep his secret.
It said.
No, he's actually there's people that knew about it and like he's paying them to keep quiet basically.
Wow.
So he's known about this for a while.
Got to sign the NDA.
Oh, damn.
But the whole reason why he decided to come out about it was because I guess he had some girl at his house, and I guess they just got done banging or whatever, and she was looking through his medicine cabinet and saw all this fucking medication, and she was going to go out in public and announce it all.
What the fuck is he doing? Look, if you're HIV positive, you need to tell somebody that shit
Before
you're fucking.
because I believe it's illegal.
It is
that's
illegal.
not something you
Apparently,
Well,
you
but
can
if
8
you-
years in jail.
But if you're fucking hookers, you know, the legality, I don't know.
Beyond legalities, goddammit, we can talk about morality.
Yeah,
all right.
morality,
If
yeah.
you're gonna fuck somebody with a potentially deadly disease, you know you got it, and when you put your dick in them, they got it. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, fuck with me, you know I got it.
Yeah.
Damn. Holy shit. No chill.
Unzipped today.
See, that's why you don't fuck with them lady boys.
Yeah, oh, what I was just Thailand, man.
Oh,
Youngin needed the money, y'all. Anyway.
Who's watching Ash versus Evil Dead?
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh man,
Me
here
and
we
Boo
go.
are.
Hell yeah! So I live tweeted this shit. That last episode was
so
fucking
fucking funny.
great, dude. So I was talking to Prodigy on the way up here about this, but I like when Ash and the one dude are sitting in the car and he's like, "Look, once I go in this bookstore, I'm gonna be real quick, and if I come out fast enough, we can go and get churros." And I'm not trying to be racist. Churros is just a really good dessert. And I started laughing so fucking hard when he said that shit. It was great.
This shit is so. They actually did a really good. They have a decent budget because when they showed that monster, it
Dude.
looked pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, I was fucking terrified.
I was
Holy
like,
shit.
goddamn.
What's the name of the monster? Like
I can't remember, but this motherfucker looks scary, man.
Yeah, it looked like some shit from like Pan's Labyrinth
Yeah,
or like
some Guillermo
Resident
del Toro
Evil
shit.
Yeah, holy shit, it was fucking great.
And I gotta watch this show.
It's really
But-
good. It's so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
I can't wait to start watching this shit. It looks
Lucy
Lucy
Lawless.
She looks
Oh,
great.
she's in
Dude,
it?
yeah, for reals, right? Yeah,
I know it's
she's in a
mostly
lot of
makeup,
shit.
but I mean, she looks great.
she
Hey.
plays like some like I guess I'm getting the impression she's like a demon hunter or some
Something,
weird
yeah.
shit because she had like this dope ass fucking knife that actually hurts the demons that are possessing the body.
She don't got to cut them. She can just put it on them and hurt them.
spit them on them.
That was after she impaled one of the... You see that was like a cross? That
Yeah.
was fucked up, but yeah.
So is she wearing very little?
No, but she looks...
if you want to see her naked,
good.
you have to watch Spartacus. She's butt-ass naked and almost...
Really? Lucy Liu?
Ooh, all the way.
Lawless.
Lucy Lawless.
Oh.
Wrong.
I heard what I wanted to.
Yeah, you did.
You know, Lucy Liu is pretty up there in age. She was like in her late 40s, I think.
She's Asian though.
She don't look it.
Yeah.
She's got the Asian cutoff. Once she hit a certain age, she's gonna drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucy Lawless, too. She's in her late 40s as well. She looks great.
Yeah, same thing with Ming Na Wen.
She's in her 50s.
She's in her 50s. She looks like she's like in her late 30s.
Is that's
not even late
She's
30s.
on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
okay?
This is in her early 30s, to be honest, man.
Oh, that too? Yeah, she looks
Project
hella
Tiger
good.
too, right? No.
No,
I don't
know.
know.
Why you get your
Asian
ages
woman?
mixed up?
Damn, racist.
What the fuck?
You're thinking of Zhao Ji Li? I think that's your name.
Okay.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I want to quote more thing from Ash vs. Evil Dead. I like the scene or the part where the guy's like, "Should we do this? Like, you read from the book the first time. We're gonna read from it again. You're gonna make things worse."
Yeah.
And Ash is like, "No, it's like spilling paint on a painting. There's already paint on there, so that's okay."
I like that.
So
I
funny.
fucking laid over. I dropped my laptop, dude, because I was on iTunes. And this shit was so fucking funny,
That's
dude.
Fuck that. I'm gonna have to watch that. It's on Stars. All right.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that.
Fuck it.
So, Stitch, did you see Arrow tonight?
No, I was going to probably watch it after the cast, and if it was cool, I was probably going to maybe live tweet it out.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm
you
definitely
watched
watching.
this week's episode?
No, because it just barely aired like right now over here.
Okay.
So,
and where are you at, Prodigy, in your Arrow?
So I'm glad you asked. I'm still on season 3. I'm all the way up until episode 15. Spoilers for everybody. Fuck y'all if you aren't there, but sorry. Ollie has been kilted.
Oh, okay.
But he's come back.
Okay.
And Raj Al Ghul is like the worst actor ever. I can't stand him.
You don't like that dude?
No, but I love Malcolm. Malcolm
Merlin. He's
Malcolm
fucking.
and Felicity are making the show. I don't give a fuck about the Atom, although I do want to see him when he goes to Legends of Tomorrow. But,
Oh yeah. So speaking of which, so on the Flash, we finally get to see what Hawk Girl looks like.
Oh.
So we get a little glimpse of her.
She's fine as fuck.
Yeah, she's pretty bad, but we finally see her whole Hawk Girl outfit, her mace. If you're paying attention, so
wings.
yes, wings and all. So
To
go ahead.
kind of piggyback on your thing, like, so, I mean, we're talking about the Flash now, but when Vi, when he kisses her, that's when he has a vision of Hawk Girl.
I thought he
sees-
held her hand.
Oh yeah, they held hands, but they showed it. He kissed her later on. He had another vision, like a full on vision.
Yeah, that's when we see her full on. Yeah.
But like when I was watching the episode, I was thinking like, you know, if you have that ability, would shaking hands and kissing anybody, would you see them like naked or like at home masturbating? Like, we vibe on that. That's a pretty awesome fucking power.
As fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
What that pussy do though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not even the mouth, the pussy.
like I saw you had a black dildo. You want a black dick in you?
oh man.
Hashtag little details.
Oh god dang. But everything is setting up. So the mid-season finale is coming up, and it's a crossover episode between Flash and Arrow. This pretty much sets up Legends of Tomorrow. Okay. Like, we have pretty much all the players except for one, but he'll probably show up in that. Everyone else, the stage is set. Yeah. We are finally going to see Vandal Savage.
Nice.
So they already showed. Yeah. They already showed. If you've seen the previews, they show Vandal Savage, and he looks pretty bad. He looks almost exactly like in the comics. It's going to be sick. I can't wait.
I'm going to catch up by the end of next week with Thanksgiving. Go ahead, Stitch. Go ahead.
I was going to ask Old Ninja, because BJ, me and him were talking about Arrow, and he's got a little bit of issue where, spoiler or whatever, people don't fucking stay dead in this show.
Yeah, they kind of don't. I mean, with the
So I was going to ask your opinion on what you've thought about that or whatever. Because once he brought that up to me, I'm like, yeah, you're pretty much right. I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, that kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth. But I mean, I still love the show. But it's a very valid point.
A BJ put a bad taste in your mouth?
That's horrible. So it's mainly like the big characters that kind of come back. I mean, usually the small characters, they don't come back. Like the Dollmaker, who's a Batman villain, he's been on both Flash and Arrow. He actually gets ended in the Flash. He starts out in Arrow, he gets ended in Flash. It's mainly the characters that like the audience connects with, like Sarah Lance. Everybody loves Sarah Lance. She was fucking awesome as Black Canary. So bringing her back, she's a fan favorite. Who else?
It was pretty much everyone.
Laurel hasn't died yet.
His friend is pretty much.
Malcolm. Tommy Merlin.
Yeah, Tommy and the mom are pretty much, and the dad.
Yeah,
everyone else can come back at any time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we did see in the Flash the alternate timeline where Ollie's dad is Green Arrow. Yeah. So anything with the whole multiple universe stuff, anything's possible. Mm-hmm. So but a lot of people once they're if they're kind of medium to low, once they dead, they stay dead. Yeah. But if they're popular and the crowd likes them, they're gonna end up coming back.
We didn't talk about the Flash that much last week, but I really like how Flash tried to fight Zoom and got his ass fucking whooped.
He got
handed to him.
He got worked
Holy
over.
Shit.
Yeah,
we talked about it, but
not the way. Yeah, he got beat and humiliated.
Oh man,
it was bad.
He got roused.
Oh, fuck! Damn! And as Kronos sits here,
I will break you
with this sloppy grin.
Because we've already established he doesn't know shit about fighting. So you can talk all the shit you want about a chick getting knocked out.
So bad.
But you don't know shit about fighting.
Y'all had your time.
You're not even a fan of the sport.
So let's talk about Adventure Time. Because holy shit, this week has been amazing. Basically, Adventure Time has been going back on the Marceline story and pretty much building up of how she became a vampire and her backstory. And one of the biggest, spoiler, one of the biggest surprise that they announced was that Marceline's mom is a woman of color. She black, yeah. And it was I was shocked, dude. I fell on the floor. I was like, whoa, wow.
There's other things. So this is origin story with Marceline. Marceline is actually, besides Finn and Jake, she's the best character on there. And I'm sorry if you disagree, but fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
She's the vampire rocker chick, right?
Yeah. She plays the axe bass and whatnot, and she's not actually originally a vampire. Mm-mm. She's a half demon, half black woman.
Well, isn't it supposed to be like how all vampires don't start as vampires?
Well, but I always thought that she was born a vampire. I thought I was confused about her dad. I thought her dad was a vampire, but he's really a demon king. Mm-hmm. We've seen him before. This is the first time we've seen the mom, but she kills vampires. She hunts them down and stakes them, takes their powers because of her soul-sucking ability that she got from her demon dad, and then,
she absorbs their powers and uses them.
Yeah, and spoiler alert from last night. I mean, hopefully you saw it.
I saw it.
Basically, it shows exactly how she becomes a vampire. And it's from the Vampire King, who we had never seen before. It's incredible.
Apparently in back in the day, it was actually really riddled with a lot of fucking vampires. And so that's why Marceline was going out killing vampires, just to help protect the human race. I mean, they didn't really explain why she was doing it, but she was just fucking doing it.
They do, a little bit, because Simon...
Oh, that's right.
It helped her think about the whole loss of Simon, who's the Ice King, and how she was like, killing vampires helped me feel more like I was protecting humans and protecting you, Simon. Fucking heartbreaking, touching shit. Yeah, just a great episode.
Yeah, because there was a part where she thought she saw Simon.
Yeah,
and she was like Simon, and then it turned out to be some other dude. But then a fucking vampire popped out of nowhere and was about to eat the dude. And she was like, she staked him.
And we're only halfway through. There's 2 more brand new episodes, 30-minute long, tonight and tomorrow, and we're gonna be live tweeting them. I'm gonna be, and probably Blue as well.
Yeah,
I love Adventure Time. Yeah, dang shit.
One last thing, because we didn't talk about gaming at all.
No, we need to talk about some gaming.
Get off the cast.
Yeah, so there's a lot of gaming
and comics we getting into. Go ahead.
Well, comics talked about a lot on Friday.
Yeah,
you talk about
more. I got some heat.
Okay.
Let's do some gaming real quick.
So real quick. So actually, me and O Ninja got into it.
Do we have enough time for this?
Well, real quick about DLC. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, DLC sort of in general, but in particular though, season passes. So Cronus is putting his fucking foot down about season passes. I'm fucking done with that shit. All right, they need to fucking stop with this season pass bullshit. I actually was thinking about getting Battlefront because I was thinking about getting it in general, just to get it. And then K-Mac told me that she wanted to play it. And then I saw the season pass was like $50. And I was like, fuck that. And fuck whoever thought of that. $50 for a season pass.
And how much are they selling the game for?
$60. It's a $110 game now, plus taxes. Yeah. And they're expecting people to pay for that shit. And people are doing it like fucking dumbasses. They're fucking dumbasses. They haven't showed you what the fuck is even in that DLC, what the schedule is, anything like that. You don't know what the fuck you're getting, and people are paying for it. It's the same. I basically, what bothered me is when Batman Arkham Knight came out, and the deals. I got the season pass, and the first 2 that I got were really disappointing. Like the season pass was only like $30, but it's still that's basically half a game, and I wasn't getting half a game worth of content with that shit. And then the Taken King got announced, and that was total horse shit. Another what, $50 or $60?
It was like $50.
Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking game, and it's still that basically completed the game. You know what I mean? That should the whole game should have been with that in it. Go ahead.
I just want to clarify. So your main issue is more so with the season pass than just DLC, with both.
Well, sort of. DLC is sort of okay. I mean, there's some people that do it right, like a Gearbox. I know that they're going to do it right.
Yeah, because I know with Borderlands we loved that season. I mean, they put out so much content.
It's a lot of content. Yeah,
yeah, and then especially with Far Cry, with the DLC for that. Now I don't remember if they had a season pass with it.
That wasn't really DLC though, because people confuse the DLC with the actual game.
Okay.
You're talking about the Blood Dragon.
Yeah, that was fucking
that wasn't DLC. That was a whole separate game, and they priced it right. Like it was only like $30, which is priced exactly right because it wasn't. It was a very short game, but it was fun as fuck. All right, but what I'm talking about is a season pass where they basically get you to buy into this DLC when you don't know what the fuck you're getting. You know what I mean?
True.
You really don't, and a lot of the time you're going to get fucked with it.
Can I give one quick counter? And overall, I agree with your point. My only positive experience with the season pass where I felt like it was worth it was on Tales of the Borderland, the Telltale game.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was going to begin and end this year. And so far, I've absolutely loved it. It was only $20, and I felt like it was worth it.
Okay, if you think it's worth it, that's good. But I mean, it's like a lot of time, most of the time, it's not worth it.
I completely agree with that. That was just the one outlier. And I think more people need to follow that example where you know what to expect, you know it's coming out very soon. You know what I mean? Like, they staggered it for every 2 months or so. They released another episode.
Yeah.
And it was good.
But a lot of these DLCs, it's like real half-assed. They don't give you a fucking release date. They don't let you know what the fuck you're going to get.
Yep.
They don't let you know any of that shit. And you pay for it. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Did you guys talk about Batman Arkham Knight?
Yeah, briefly.
Okay. How it was like a shitty fucking season pass?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So far.
So, really quick, the Arkham Knight season pass is only 6 months. So it's a 6 month season pass,
and they've been behind consistently.
And it's $39.99 still. Wow. So next month there will be DLC. Huh?
Why would you pay for it now?
I don't know. That's how much the season pass is. They haven't changed the price.
Like the first DLC that you got was literally
it's all skins.
Yeah,
it was barely even the Harley Quinn one. It was barely even a level.
Well, that wasn't that was exclusive.
No, so the Harley Harley Quinn thing is if you pre-ordered because I didn't buy the season pass and I had it. I got that and the Red Hood mission.
Oh, it was the Batgirl.
The Batgirl one.
That was all right.
Yeah. But the thing about
it was late.
You are going to get DLC for Arkham Knight in December. You get the Catwoman story thing, and that's probably the end of it. But
you're supposed to be 6 months. We didn't get 6 months worth of content.
You'll probably get more skin packs or something.
That's not worth $40.
Exactly.
You gotta
half a fucking game.
Each developer is different with their season pass. Like Activision, for one, when you buy their season pass, they tell you you're getting 2 pieces of content per month,
but you don't know what they are
for 12 months.
But you don't know what they are.
You don't know what they are, but you're getting something. And versus you buying it individually, that costs you more in the long run. If you get the season pass,
but then that's the difference. Is that you can wait and then know what you're getting.
Yeah, but then you end up missing out on all the content that everybody else gets. So if I pay $50 for a 12-month season pass, I'm getting everything that is released, no matter what it is: skins, maps, missions, stories, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
If I get everything that released, no matter how much it is,
stuff. If it's all skins, it's all good.
If it's all skins, then I paid for it and I got fucked. But I get all of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
But most of the time, it is not just fucking skins. It's maps, it's missions, it's more characters, it's more weapons. It's a ton of shit.
At the end of the day, though,
versus you paying for it individually. You paying paying for each content piece by piece will cost you more, if not double, in the long run.
But hold on, example, old ninja.
Example, just like I said, Call of Duty. If you buy the weapons, if you buy Call of Duty Ghosts, actually is a great example. The invasion part. If you buy that shit individually, it will cost you almost double.
You're missing the point.
How much do they price that season?
Yeah.
Season pass $50. $50.
Okay.
That's $110 for a game.
Yeah, versus playing like $150
You're missing the point here.
Again, I understand you don't want to pay more.
No.
You just want to get the game and get DLC for free.
No, I want to know what the fuck I'm getting.
Yeah,
it
depends on developers. Some like I said, freaking
You still missed the point.
Activision tells you what you're going to get.
You still missed the
Versus
point.
EA and Battlefront, they don't tell you what you're going to get.
No, you're still, even when you said, even with EA and Activision, they don't tell you exactly what you're going to get. They tell you, oh, you're going to get 2 things. Okay, what the fuck are those 2 things? Well
no, they tell you. When I bought Modern Warfare, was it 4 or whatever, the one before Ghost. They showed for the first 6 months what you're going to get. They told you the maps. They showed you they told you which day they're going to be released, which maps you're going to get, and the one story mission for the invasion. Or no, that was Ghost. I'm sorry. So you get to see the new invasion story mission, the new characters that they got. All kinds of shit. And then once that 6 month period ended, they showed you another video of the next 6 months of the shit that they were planning. So I knew what I was getting. I knew what I was getting if I paid for that shit.
That's all shit that should have been in the game. I have a
It's
problem.
extra shit.
Is it 2 games with the shit?
Yeah.
No,
it is.
It is not.
It is hella shit, especially if you're getting new story, new combat shit.
How many missions are there in Call of Duty in the $60 game? How many missions are there? What, 30?
I don't know. No, I don't know. They're broken up into pieces, so it's usually 6 missions and 4 parts or some shit.
You're
like
not getting that in DLC.
You get the invasion stories, which is like almost just as big.
I think we're going with this.
Yeah, you're not getting that much content.
It's like if you have a pie. You have a whole fucking pie. You pay $20 for this pie.
Patty pie?
Yeah, patty pie. And let's say, like, for half the price of this pie, we're going to give you a quarter of a slice of a pie. But, well, you're not getting a full fucking pie because you paid this amount.
But you're paying full price for the other pie.
Yeah, so here's...
And you might get some more, maybe.
My question, though, is, okay, so we don't know what it comes in the season pass for Battlefield.
For Battlefront, no. Battlefront, no.
I'm sorry, for Battlefront.
Battlefront, we don't.
You might get a slice of pumpkin pie.
Now,
so
from my
like I said,
understanding,
each developer is different.
It's an online only. It's an online multiplayer, right?
Yes.
There's no like story.
No, there's no story.
So you're paying $60 for the game and then $50 for
whatever
maps.
Gets released. It's maps and weapons and possibly characters. And if you get new characters, you get new abilities.
It should be a lot,
like as a neutral observer or whatever. That's for $50. That's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Like it better be like however many maps are in the game right now and however many weapons. If I'm paying the same price again, it's got to be at least double.
Yes,
I'm assuming.
But if that's the case, then why are they leaving it out? Like
that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't mind
baffling.
Being a budding developer. Developing a fucking game is
these
not
are not
fucking
budding
easy.
developers.
No, it's not. But I was referring to myself.
Okay,
God,
but you're not making.
I'm not
games
part
right
of.
now.
No,
You're
I'm not
charging for DLC right now.
No, I'm not charging for DLC. I'm not part of a team. But building a game costs a lot of fucking money. And once your game goes gold, you are pretty much done. No matter if you meet your goals, if you fucking don't have everything implemented.
Wait, hold the fuck up. I think something that's not being mentioned is the fact that a lot of times, if you're talking about 6 months down the road, 12 months down the road, you don't know what the fuck you're going to be playing.
Yeah.
And the vast majority, and we talked about this before on this cast, the vast majority of people who are loving and playing something like Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed or even Fallout right now, 6 months from now will not be playing that game.
Sure
so
won't.
you're giving them money up front with the expectation that I'm going to be enjoying this game as much as I do right now when it's new. And for 90% of all gamers, that is not the case.
See, the gamers, I don't know what gamers you talk to, but the gamers I know, they're like, I'm going to be playing this game for a while. I'm going to buy this DLC, this season pass. It was definitely true. Well, I mean, I can't say for Mass Effect because everything was free. But most of the people that I knew, we were playing Mass Effect all the way up until Destiny came out, which was like 2 years later. And all of us had said, if they were charging for DLC, which they didn't, we would have bought it anyway. I know I would have.
That's a minority of a minority.
And those you're making things worse. You're making things worse because they're already making ridiculous shit like the one with Deus Ex. And this is actually the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of gamers. Is that what they did is that they did it for pre-orders. All right, they made it so if they hit like X amount of pre-orders and they would release more content for the game. But it's like, bitch, if it's already made, then why the fuck are you holding out?
Yeah, what the
like
fuck?
if you need to fund your game, you need to go do that shit on your own.
Yeah.
You don't fund your game through pre-orders.
Yeah.
And people, they had enough. They said no, and they actually canceled that shit. And that's
How
where
do
people are
we
going
as-
right now.
I remember that.
How do we as gamers combat this?
You just
'Cause
you
obviously-
stop buying DLC.
Yep.
Or stop buying
Or
season
buy
passes.
season pass.
Stop buying season passes.
So, I mean, every game that's going to be released on the consoles, even on Steam, are going to have fucking season passes. So,
Cancel out that X, put a line through that bitch.
Yeah, that's, somebody. I mean, when I bought Fallout, they're like, "Oh, you want the season pass? It costs about." I'm like, "No,
Nope.
Yeah.
no, I don't want that shit."
so that's the thing about season passes. You do not need the season pass. You can still play the game. It doesn't break it if you do or do not get it.
You are a contradictory motherfucker.
But the thing is, if you want all of the content for the game, you can get the
It's
season
not.
pass.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem, though. I should get all the content when I pay for it the first time. That's what you
because
should
they
get.
made it already.
That's not necessarily true.
Then if they didn't make it already, that's their fault. They released an incomplete game.
You should be
Like
fucking up.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Like
Destiny kind of fucked.
It had
kind of
8
fucked it up.
hours worth of actual story content
Yeah.
in the game.
I accidentally beat that my first night. Literally.
How do you accidentally beat? That's like saying I accidentally masturbated and busted.
No, because I didn't. I had no expectation that after 6 or 7 hours of playing,
Yeah.
here it was the end. I was like, no, that can't be the end.
And was
Yeah.
that in that $60 deal? That $60 fucking, or I'm sorry, $50 Taken King? Was that 8 hours worth of shit?
Oh,
the
it's,
story
it's
content?
way more than that.
Well, that should have been included to begin with.
Yeah, apparently it was, and they didn't. It wasn't ready, and then they ended up packing it up. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, as far as
They ripped
Destiny,
us all
yeah,
off.
they ripped the. Yeah, they fucking okey doke, honey dick this, whatever.
All
But
right,
not.
all right.
It really depends on a case by case basis. I'm not saying that you should not buy a season pass. You make your own judgment. But
I am. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I say
You're making it worse for all gamers.
I say do it if you want it.
And Old Ninja's wrong. Okay.
Eat it.
I do want to say,
Quick question:
Kronos, I
How do you
wanna
guys
watch
feel
you
about
play Fallout?
Hold on.
God damn it.
Go ahead.
Well done.
What'd you say?
I was saying, Kronos, before we get off the topic of gaming or whatever, I want to watch you play Fallout because I'm trying to decide for myself if I want to get it after I get done with Metal Gear. And like everyone's loving it, I don't know if it's for me yet and everything. So I've been trying to watch. I was watching. Well, I don't want to put his name out there, but I can't think of his name.
Give him a
on
nickname.
B-Boy.
Okay.
I was watching his playthroughs and stuff on Fallout and everything. I'm trying to decide if I want to get it myself. So I'm curious to hear your opinions on it. I don't know if you've started it yet about Fallout.
So yeah, I started playing Fallout already, but I got back on StarCraft 2, which is it grabbed my heart. So I'm still playing it. Fallout 4 is the fucking shit, though. I'm gonna get back on it. Yes, I will Twitch it. It's been fucking hard. I got fucked up by some goddamn wolves and shit.
Oh.
You know, not wolves, but they're like feral dogs. Like I saw one dog out of nowhere, like in a junkyard, and I was like, "Fuck this dog!" I shot his ass, and then his friends were like, "Oh, that was my dog right there. You just shot." Some alpha dog came out. That was just fucking mob my ass, man.
Wow.
I heard they pretty much just throw you to the wolves in that game. Like there's like they just put you in there and be like, all right, go.
Pretty much, but I mean, they give you tools to survive. But I mean, you can get. I'll explain it.
No, when you die in a game, do you like just
You come
respawn back at the base? Like, do you still have all your shit that you
respawn
had?
at a checkpoint. Yeah, whatever
Oh, okay.
checkpoint you're at.
All right.
Okay, so before we segue again, we were talking about the whole DSL and
DLC?
DLC.
DSLs.
DSLs, what?
Dick
Whoa.
sucking lips.
I knew someone was going to do
Dick
it.
sucking lips.
Damn, I knew someone
In
was going
case
to
you
do
did not know. But how do you guys feel about like Kickstarter games? Like, for example,
I agree with that.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's just
All right.
funding something that you feel is
And-
going to pan out.
And you know
But
what
you don't
getting.
know.
You do. I mean, you do know because they're giving you previews. They're letting you know exactly, and you know what the fuck you're getting into. You know
Yeah.
you're funding a game. When you buy a game, you expect a finished product.
Yep. Okay.
And you get your money back if the shit doesn't work out.
There you go.
From a Kickstarter?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Allegedly.
yeah.
Anyway, we're running kind of long today.
Yeah, we
so.
are.
Yeah, we knew it.
Do we want a round?
Roundtable and MMA Rob suggestion that we had before.
Recommendations.
So
I
we got any recommendation you guys have? Give it up.
Let's start with a Stitch. Recommendations, what you playing, masturbating?
I'm gonna recommend something for you. Fighting school.
Oh!
Go take some fucking jujitsu, some boxing classes, some Muay Thai. Know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm gonna keep looking at these fire ass gifs and memes of Ronda getting fucking knocked out.
They're called gifts, not gifs. You fucking noob.
Oh!
Or
They're
not?
fucking entertaining. They make me laugh.
What you doing this week, man?
I won't be jerking off to Brie Olsen.
Oh, god dang!
That dirty sperm on her.
Oh,
Damn it! I will. I'll give it to like Eva Angelina for this week. What I will be doing tomorrow, hopefully, we can all get on and play some Grand Theft Auto as a squad. We can Twitch that out and everything, and figure out how we can do that. So a lot of people can watch us interact on the game in our little party chat. That should be pretty fucking fun. I'm gonna probably I'm really trying to finish up Metal Gear so I can decide if I'm gonna go in on Fallout, because I hear Fallout will pretty much take up your entire lifespan once you start playing. And tomorrow they're actually reopening the Grand Theater that got shot up or whatever a couple months ago. So they're doing this like ceremony. They're honoring like the first responders and people that handled that emergency. So I'm going to be there tomorrow. You? And I haven't decided if I'm going to watch Hunger Games.
Wait. Are they going to honor you?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Nice.
See how cool this guy is? He just glossed over that shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Motherfucker's a hero.
Yeah.
I'm a cocky person at times, but sometimes I try to whatever. But yeah, I'm sort of getting whatever honored, I guess, there and stuff like that. They're doing like a ribbon cutting ceremony, and they're having some people speak and all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk or anything.
Hey, make sure to Periscope that.
You can't Periscope that shit.
Well, I'm like behind the scenes.
He's getting honored. You can't fucking. Hold on, y'all. Podcast coming out.
Buy my mixtape.
It's fake fire.
So yeah, I'll probably be doing that. I don't know if I'm going to actually watch a movie yet there, because I don't like watching movies in crowded ass theaters to begin with. And I mean, obviously to show support, they want a lot of people to be there, which I'm all for. But just me personally, I hate crowded movie theaters because I hate people talking during the movie. And
Black people.
Exactly. Those motherfuckers drive me crazy. I did see the Peanuts movie, which was really good and entertaining. I saw Spectre, which was really fun.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend going and checking that out. And that's pretty much all I can think of. I had Friendsgiving last week. I made some lumpias or whatever. They were great. I love my Filipino food, so I put these Cajun people on some lumpias. And
What you know about Beirut, though, fam?
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know anything about that.
You know about some dead babies and shit.
whoa!
Crunchy. Eat the bones.
Whoa!
So that's what balut is. The fuck?
Num.
For all our Filipino fans, Beirut, we fuck with you, but not really.
And chocolate meat too. I eat that shit.
Next week I'll pick up that patty pie or whatever, and I'll try to eat it. And we will have that conversation that was going on in the chat about why Prodigy hates gay children.
Oh! That kid was gay as fuck though.
Yeah, it was.
If he wasn't gay, I don't know what to say.
The wink at the end had me. I was like, he's too fabulous.
Some people are born gay. This is the way it is.
We leave that as a cliffhanger, so people got to tune in next week.
Yeah.
We'll have K-Mac back on.
Same black channel.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Old Ninja over here.
So
20 words or less, motherfucker.
I'm looking forward to this fucking thing. So I'm looking forward to Jessica Jones this weekend. I plan on watching a lot of that. This weekend is also Heroes and Villains in San Jose. So like nearly all of Arrow and Flash cast will be there. Some of the actors from Once Upon a Time will be there. So I'm highly thinking about going to this event. It's a all weekend event, I believe. Or no, it's Saturday and Sunday. It's supposed
Do you
to
have tickets, motherfucker?
No, fuck it. Just go up and
How
fucking
you
buy a
gonna
ticket.
think about going, but ain't got no goddamn ticket?
I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
He knows people.
Yeah, I do know. Actually, I do know someone that's already gone.
People that buy season passes.
Oh, this motherfucker. So, I plan on probably trying to check that out. What the fuck? What am I? Oh, Tomb Raider. Plan on playing some Tomb Raider.
Twitch it.
I already twitched some of it out already. You can watch me fuck up on Tomb Raider because me trying to saw some shit looks funny. Battlefront, I'm gonna get that. Actually, I only paid $30 for it, so I'm not tripping. I'll be twitching some of that Battlefront
Plus
shit.
the deals, plus the season pass.
Plus the season pass. Fuck your feelings. And
game.
and then what the fuck?
Just
else
buy
am I
fucking
doing?
Neo Geo while you're at it.
Oh shit! Good luck finding one.
Yeah.
And then I'm going old school with it. Ashland Gear.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm reading Star Wars Shattered Empire.
Good
I just
shit.
picked that up.
Blue, what you got?
All right, so I am going to be I'm off now all next week, so I'm gonna be catching up on like.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm gonna binge watch Arrow because like I'm still season 1 and I'm at the point where him and Slate are fucking doing shit on the island. So I'm at that point right now. I'm gonna catch up. I gotta finish reading Secret Wars. No, Convergence.
Secret Wars, goddammit.
Yeah, Secret Wars. My bad.
Convergence has been done.
All right, so I gotta finish reading that. I want to read the Deathstroke that you gave me, the God Killer. Was it God Killer?
God Slayer.
Well, it starts out as God Killer, and then it goes to God Slayer or something like that.
It's
so
both.
the first trade is different than God
Yeah.
Slayer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna catch up on that. My anime recommendation isn't an anime. I would say it's more cartoonish, but Transformer Prime. It's on Netflix. I've talked about this in the past.
It's only like 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons. There's a 3rd season, kind of with the
It's a movie. It's not a.
Yeah.
It's not a season. It's like it's a 90-minute movie.
Yeah, but what's great about this show is that it kind of starts off slow, but it gets really fucking good toward the end. And season 2 is like fucking spot on perfect in my opinion. But yeah, it's on Netflix right now. Transformer Prime. It's dope as fuck. So
It's a good show.
that's my.
Good shit. All right, Kronos, what you got?
All right, for me, I think I'll just do some recommendations. There's a really cool YouTube channel called Comics Explained, and it's for people like Old Ninja who maybe don't have enough time. Hold on, I'm about to give you sort of a compliment. That might not have enough time
An open foot slap.
to read entire comic books or to understand or to read like basically all about a character or an event. This guy, I don't know his name, but he will break down exactly what a character is all about. The whole backstory, or even just comics like individually, like Secret Wars. He'll give you basically like it's like Cliff Notes and shit, and it's almost like a hardcore history, but for fucking comics.
Nice.
It's really fucking cool. I really dig his shit. So check that out. Comics Explained on YouTube. For anime, I'm gonna recommend No Game No Life, which most people probably didn't watch. It's a great anime about brother and sister duo that are basically the greatest gamers of all time. The great at every single game. And then there's a game god that pulls both of them into this universe that everything's based on games. And so
What's that called again?
It's called No Game, No Life, and it's fucking awesome.
Is that
Sounds great.
Wait, is that the one?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Is that the one where they die in the game? They die in real life.
No, that's
that's
SAO, Sword Art Online, which is also another great one, which I'll recommend a different day. But yeah, I mean, No Game, No Life. It's a lesser known one. It's the shit. Other than that, from last week, what was the name of that? The Goddamned.
Okay.
Read The Goddamned. It's a great fucking comic book by Image. So yeah, that's all I got.
Good shit. I am definitely still whacking off to Sarah J. Fuck your feelings. And shout out. I know
Body of a goddess, face from hell.
I know we always shout out Deathstroke. Y'all know I'm a big Deathstroke fan. Number 11, if you could see it with the gloss and whatnot, came out. Tony S. Daniels, DC, doing that shit. I actually sent a quick screenshot to Miss Nikita Quinn because he is going up against Harley Quinn on here, and it's fucking awesome. Strong ass recommendation.
He's got that shirt on too.
Yeah, I know. I do have that shirt on. So, whatever. The Ultimates. I don't know if y'all can
Oh
see
yeah,
this.
that was good.
The Ultimates by Marvel is awesome. Number 1, I picked up, and I'm so interested in what's this guy, Blue Marvel?
See, that's the reason how I came across Comics Explained. It's just, I didn't know who the fuck Blue Marvel was, and so the guy something Gervaux, it's the guy that made
Kevin
Underworld.
Gervaux.
The guy that made Underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy who actually made Blue Marvel, and he's the first written black Marvel superhero.
So first superhero by a black author. Yeah. He's actually pretty awesome. He also wrote I, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I might find my new Halloween costume next year.
There you go. Because he's basically leading this team, and that's no small feat because it's a great team, and T'Challa's on it as well. So,
oh, wow.
But they're going up against Galactus. I think Kronos talked about it a little bit last week. I love it. I'm subscribed at my local comic shop, which is Comic Shop in San Leandro. I read Wolverine, and it was okay to me.
You didn't like it. That's all I like.
Yeah, X-23, I'm just not quite ready to hand over that mantle quite yet, but I'll still read the next one.
I feel like I'm watching Reading Rainbow with you right now.
Yeah,
Like the end of it.
It's all
Reading
good
Rainbow.
in a book. It's in a book.
And then my only other one...
Holy shit.
My only other
That should
one
be
is...
our outro.
Yeah, fuck your feelings. My only other one is Batman and Robin Eternal. This is all the way up. It's a weekly by DC, obviously, and it's all the way up to, I think, issue number 6 or 7. Thank y'all for listening. Special shout out to Chico Leo from Fan Bros,
Yeah, thank you.
who represented with us. And we just appreciate all the love. Please go on iTunes, rate us. We are very active on Twitter and Facebook.
Shout out to Popcorn. So this was a heavy popcorn episode.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Is this Fuck With Me? You know I got him?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah!
Oh.
Shout out to Charlie Sheen.
Yeah!
Oh, shit. That's so bad.
Eggplants are her future. Tatiana, holla at me in them DMs.
Hashtag white girls of the future.
Fuck with me, you know I got it. Fuck with me, you know I got it. Sex, bitch.
I get it now.